Oh, the boys.
What up?
Oh my gosh. Like I said earlier, this is like a boy band.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the Backstreet Boys of physical media right here.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We're the,
Backstreet Boys are in
I
sync.
hope that doesn't
Bro.
stick.
listen, dude, we're all incredibly underrated. I think we need to be the backseat boys.
Oh,
I see.
oh,
I don't know. I don't really go that way.
Steve's over there.
I'm more of a front seat driver.
Steve was drinking fancy water just now, man.
yeah,
What
I'm trying to
was
say
it?
that. Too much coffee.
I don't know. He drank something out of a glass, man.
I was literally making coffee right before the stream, and I thought, you know what? Now I'm just gonna get
Oh
water.
my gosh. That's
Ooh,
like I
that's
saw
cool.
someone I know showed up and they had it was called water in a box or
Oh, yeah.
water in a carton.
It looks
Yeah.
like a milk box. That is clever. I like the advertising for that. I've never had it, but I like
I'll
the
be honest with bro. All they have to do with that is start putting like missing children on the back of it. It's like golden, bro. Honestly,
like
I like
children in
team up
dairy.
an Amber Alert, bro. Make that happen.
You need well what's that the drink death drink what
Liquid
is
Death?
it?
liquid death. Yeah.
Death. Did you see they're coming out with soda like a cola?
Yeah, dude, they've been out. The soda's been
Never
out.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I
It shows you how much I know.
I can get a cola right now out of my fridge, bro. They're good.
Chris, you'd appreciate this.
Which
Thanks
flavor
for
you got
being
there,
brought to my liquid death.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
dude? Look, the Dead Billionaire. Did you guys know the story behind that name behind Dead Billionaires?
Mm.
So it used to be called like something Palmer. It was like a riff on Arnold Palmer, and then they got sued. So Liquid Death is super spiteful on social media. So they got sued by Arizona, and they put up a post, and they're like, some big iced tea company who's scared of us little guys, like decided they want to open up a lawsuit against us. They're like, so that's fine. So they posted all the lawsuit papers, but had all the important information like blacked out. And then they were like, we thought of a better name anyway, and they changed it to Dead Billionaires.
That's slick.
Yeah.
I can't drink coffee on live with Chris because last time I did it, I broke my laptop.
Yeah,
What happened?
bro, I felt so bad, and I'm like, I'm fucking most of the country away, and I felt like it was my fault.
So like we're prepping for the House of a Thousand Corpses one, and we're like on like behind the scenes for like an hour, almost 2 hours, just talking shit.
Yeah,
Before, and I have like this cup of coffee right here in front, and I get excited for something, and I go, my hand just falls all over the keyboard and everything. The computer still works, but the problem is the keyboard. I have to plug it in with a physical like plug-in mouse and keyboard to use it.
Is that what you're using right now?
No, I'm using my Mac Pro. That was my Mac Air.
bro, this guy, I felt so bad, dude.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yes, you need to buy him a new one.
yeah.
One of those things where you freak out because you don't want to bring it to the Apple company without clearing your laptop.
Oh no.
That computer. Dude, I have to say too, like shameless plug, that episode is doing gangbusters, dude. The amount of messages I've gotten about that episode, the like the amount of new people to it, like we've had more people have listened to that episode alone than every episode combined.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Dude, it's a good episode.
Thank you, man. It was really like
it was
and
fun.
a lot of people talked about the format. Dude, I got messages from people that were like, I never thought Brian could get so excited about something. He talked so much. I'm like,
Dude, we talked for 2 hours about it, but before we actually started the
yeah, dude. Wild, man. Wild.
and
So,
it's
yeah.
a horror movie. You'd be shocked that I get that excited about a horror movie.
Yeah, I forget who told me, but somebody messaged me and they're like, dude, I didn't know Brian could talk that much. They're like,
I'm just worried I sound. Here's the thing: I haven't fully listened to the whole thing because I don't have Spotify, and I'm like, that's the only way I know how to listen to it.
so the Apple thing's getting figured out. There's something I'm having some sort of issue with my RSS feed. GC, I'm gonna have to get with you, man, and figure this out.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Because
I couldn't find like I was typing in House of a Thousand Corpses. I was typing in the Beyond the Blood. Like I was typing so much stuff, could not find it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I listened to it a little late, but it was fantastic, man. Like I was listening to it while I was here working, and Dude, you guys crushed it. Like I learned so much from that movie and behind the
Really
scenes
good
that I had no
episode.
idea.
Dude, it was wild, man. Actually, so one of my neighbors, a guy that lives around the corner from me, is like a friend of. He used to work with my wife's brother. He's a massive horror guy. We finally ran into him, and I was talking to him, and he followed. And that's one of his favorite movies. Rob Zombie's one of his favorite directors. And he texted me today, and he was like, "Dude, this episode." He was like, "This is fucking awesome." I'm like, is it awesome because it's awesome, or is it awesome because you love this movie and you just like? Because there's always that bias, right?
Yeah.
Like, even the next episode, you're gonna have giant killer clowns from outer space fans are going to be like, this is awesome. But it's like, is it awesome because of the topic, or is it awesome because of the structure of the show or the show? It's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was like, shit, dude. So we're going to keep with that format. We're just going to continue. Like, I'm actually going to start recording the intro that I did in that show. I did live, like we all clicked record and I did it. I'm actually going to start doing it separate and then have like some audio clips from the movie to break it up. Like we're working on making it better and better and better. So,
well, that was only the fourth episode. What number was that?
Yeah, that was the third episode that was talking about a movie. Yeah. So, YouTube podcast. Oh, let me write that down. GC, bro, you and I, we got to link up, man.
Dude, I had no idea about YouTube podcasts.
I didn't either. It was
I'm
my
gonna have to
first
jump
time
on
hearing
that.
about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it. I assumed he was talking about like recording you guys like video and uploading it onto a.
So that's coming. That's going to be season 2. So season 2, we're going to start doing video. It's going to be delayed though. So the audio episode will be out for a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was talking to somebody from last podcast on the left, and he's like, it's funny, man. He's like, there's like 2 lives to it. He's like, there's the audio life. He's like, and then there's a YouTube life, and that podcast has gotten to a point where they make income on both ends of it from their amount of YouTube views and their Spotify, like all those views. He's like, and they do the same thing with a delay. So it's pretty. More than ever, I'm like, okay, we got to get on that shit. Not that I want to make money off of it, but I just feel like it's a missed.
It's a wider audience then.
Yeah. It's built into YouTube music. Okay. All right. So I have to find out how to do that.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
What's up? What's going on, guys?
How about that Scream Factory?
I was about to say how you coping over there, bro. I haven't got a chance to watch your video yet, but
Yeah, me neither.
It's fine. I don't get saucy or anything like that. I just
you should have. You got saucy in that email.
Yeah, well, I even said I did. Yeah, did you guys? I know I sent it to Brian and I put it in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah, you put it in the chat.
Oh, dude, I was mad, and I even called them out on their paywalling and all that crap. Yeah,
I'd be pissed too because that's like the 3rd time in a row that I've seen that you've posted. Fourth that they
it was Land of the Dead, Wolfman, Hush, which that was a whole nother. That took me over 2 months to get my replacement slip back from them because they wouldn't respond to me.
Were they damaged or what was it like?
All the additional slips were completely damaged, bent, all crazy.
I wonder what like. I was always under their shipping was. I've never ordered directly from them, but I've never heard of any shipping issues with them.
I've never heard of them either.
I didn't hear much either until I put that video out yesterday, or was it today? Today. Yeah. And tons of people are saying like, dude, that happens to me all the time. I don't order from them anymore. Like this was wrapped in you know how it has the plastic around it. This was wrapped in the plastic like this.
Dude, that's insane.
Like, so before it got wrapped, it was already damaged.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Where's the quality control? I don't get it.
They're not there is where they are.
Yeah.
So I was watching Chase's video. I think it was a couple videos ago, and he was talking about it was the video about Kino Lorber, about like Dante Speak in Daylight. And he was talking about how like there's certain companies, Kino Lorber being one of them, that like nobody talks negatively about because they don't want to, ruin their relationship because they're so friendly with reviewers and stuff. And he was like, Scream Factory is another one that like people for some reason just won't like talk. I think he said they won't talk trash. He's like just nobody will dog them. And I'm like,
funny. It's because I think the last people who did that was oh, who was it?
Isn't Dead Pit? Don't they like
Dead,
trash
Dead
them?
Pit, yeah. Call them
They're
Scheme
always-
Factory, and then they completely cut them off.
Yeah.
Scheme Factory is wild, bro. I've
Yeah.
actually used that in
Yeah.
like a text though. I think I was texting with somebody and I said Scheme Factory.
Yeah, that's an accusation. That's a
Has it out for Jordan.
It's true. It's ridiculous.
Hey, dude. I mean, what they still haven't answered?
No, I mean, to be fair, I sent it out Saturday. I sent it out yesterday, so I'm not really expecting anything until at least Wednesday or something.
They're like, oh, you didn't get the big Tom Atkins bundle? Fuck your shit, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that
around
made me mad too.
your doll would have come with its head off and everything.
It would have been like
Somebody at Shout is like messing with you, and you get the streak version of Tom Atkins where he has got the overcoat, but there's nothing underneath. Like somebody.
oh,
Something's
dude.
gonna happen.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
But seriously though, there's no, especially to be packaged like that. I get that, because like packages get fucked up all the time, dude. These I
Right.
I watch how people deliver packages around here, and I'm like, yeah, no wonder shit's fucked up. But if it's fucked up from the get go,
Right.
Yeah, it left the factory like that. So that's and like I said in the video, like I'm not one. It shouldn't have been in a bubble mailer, my opinion. But like I mean, there's little creases like right there, but I'm not complaining about that. Like that happens.
Dude, that looked personal. Like the way they set you up, like that looked pretty.
Yeah,
They were
it
sending,
was bad.
dude, they were sending a message. They were like, "Hey, movie den, like shut it down. Like you're done."
But what's funny though is like literally the slipcover says collector's edition, and then you package and send it like the least collector friendly way
Yeah.
Mhm.
you can humanly buy. I don't know, dude. I don't buy a lot of Screen Factory.
I've had that from Imprint. I bought what was it, Lolita and school ties, and the artwork in the case was squished in the case. Like it was like it's too big to fit in the case, so it squishes. And then after shipping, so it's got this dent in it. I'm like, why would you not put I don't know. It was just weird. And then it came from Australia, so all that extra time to get messed up.
That reminds me of the whole the Chucky 4K collection from Arrow, the booklet.
Yeah. Smushed
Oh
in.
yeah,
It's just folded and thrown in there.
that whole set had so many problems. You got the book that doesn't fit, and then you got the artwork that doesn't align.
Oh, on the front.
Yeah.
I know I got that at such a good price. I was like, whatever. But the book thing would have been such an easy solution. You know what I mean? Like all you needed was
0.5 smaller font.
You know what I mean? Like
That's all you need.
Jordan, were the other packages that you got, were those also mailers then?
No, this is my very first mailer I've ever gotten from them. Everything else has come in a box. Even if I didn't get the additional slip, it was still in a box.
That's the only way I've gotten them before, so that's why I was kind of surprised by that, because that's like no protection on it.
Yeah, because when the Friday 13th collection came out, the box with the posters and stuff had like cutouts to hold the box. During shipping, the box didn't move. It had its own cutout space in the box because the box was probably 2.5 times the size of the actual collection.
It's a Jordan thing. They don't like them.
For what?
For the Friday 13th Screen Factory collection, the box.
Oh, okay.
The box that it came in had posters and all that other stuff in it. So the box was huge. But they had a cutout in the center, like a box that lifted, so it held the collection in place. So when you opened it,
I even had, which one was it? I think it was Wolfman. Maybe it was Land of the Dead. I didn't say this in the video, but the slipcover's messed up. But so you know how the posters come in that cardboard tube?
Mm-hmm.
The cardboard tube was bent and ripped open, like it was like this. And so when I pulled all the posters out, they were all destroyed. So yeah. So I don't know, man.
What you got there, GC?
I'm gonna show Jordan what a real like.
Bro, I'm gonna end this stream here real quick. This is gonna be a 20-minute stream tonight.
You think yours was bad, so Check out
Okay.
mine from Amazon already.
Oh, no.
So I get this in the mail twice. Somebody hates me on it at Amazon. So twice I get this, and twice I open it, and not only do the discs fall out, but it's two separate pieces.
Oh, I've had that one time before.
Dude,
Never.
twice, dude, twice. And I was like, I called them at that point. I was like, all right, what did I do to you? Because this is ridiculous. And they're like, oh, hey, do you want your money back? I was like, I just want my damn movie for. I think I got this box, this little set for like $10, and I was like, I just want my movie, man. Like, for the love of God.
Bro,
But,
I got a really easy solution for you guys with steelbook issues. Don't buy them.
Don't buy steelbooks.
You know, sometimes some steelbooks they speak to me. I don't know what it is. I'll say though, another steelbook issue I had, and GC, you reminded me of it. I ordered. It was for I think it was Black Friday. Groove was doing like $30 for the steelbook Back to the Future set, the trilogy pack. So I bought that and it showed up, and they were all fine, but part 3 was jacked up like that bad. And so I got a hold of them and I said, hey, can I get a replacement? Like, sorry, dude, sold out.
That's
We're
all right.
not going to carry them. So we got to send it back.
Back to the Future 3 in their collection anyway, bro. Nobody.
Damn.
Listen, dude.
Well, I can't complain. The second one's my favorite. So
Yeah, no, me too. Dude, the first Back to the Future.
hoverboard is that scene right there is the best scene.
It's what's amazing to me is the amount of people that are. Let's change gears real quick. The amount of people that are like, oh, Walmart's losing their mind for carrying Faces of Death, not even realizing that in theaters this year is a remake of Faces of Death.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
There's a remake coming. That's why that DVD collection came out. There's a remake coming. It's already shot. It's in post-production.
I still can't find. There's nothing in my Walmart. I can't find it.
So
speaking of, please.
Speaking of Walmart, let me ask you if you guys know this, because I was on Jeff's podcast earlier and he told me this. The Terrifier 1 VHS coming. Is that another Walmart thing or is that a website exclusive?
That was website.
Okay, because I kept having it in my head that it was Walmart based off the other two. But is
that Witter doing it again?
Yeah, Twitter doing it again. Nice. I just assumed it was a Walmart thing based off last time, but if it's a website exclusive, then
is it just for the first one? I
think so. I'm hoping, because it's not officially released yet. I'm hoping it's the same as the other two, so it'll match. Because the first time they released Terrifier 1 on VHS, it was in the clamshell case, and it's a different style than 2 with a double disc, double tape square. 3 was the same style. I'm sure 4 will be the same style, so I'm hoping 1 will be a 2-disc box or 2-tape box thing.
They
on the 19th?
Yeah, the 19th. Is that Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah, dude, I still can't get back into. I have memories of it and stuff. Obviously, I just have no nostalgia for VHS. Like I
really only have a couple. Hey, you know what though? I have a Dante's Peak VHS, so I'm good there.
Dude,
I have Dante's Peak on Blu-ray. Did that shoot up in value since this whole thing went down?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
I have a standalone Blu-ray of it.
People are freaking out. I'm rushing out to buy because I don't have the Blu-rays, but I'm rushing out to buy
Godfather Steals.
Dude, some of those
$10.
First of all, what's up, dude? Second of all, some people, some people I follow.
Sorry. I don't know why that's so funny.
Some people I follow have been finding like the Evil Dead 4K steelbook for $5 at Walmart.
Dude,
like
I can't find any of the $5 steelbooks. Like I live in Dallas. Like I cannot find any $5 steelbooks.
My Walmart has nothing marked down.
Yeah. Mine's full price.
My Walmart just has nothing.
We have a lot of DVDs and a lot of
all the steelbooks in my Walmart. Like they got rid of them to add something else, but they're not steelbooks anymore. There's something.
Okay, so my Blu-ray of Dante's Peak ain't worth shit. It's worth $8.99 right now.
No, it's not worth shit.
I was like, hey, maybe it's worth a minute or two.
Maybe if they released it and then it disappeared, then yeah, it probably would
Well,
be.
I was just telling Jordan before we went live that I was at Barnes and Noble today, and they had like nine. I said nine, like 9 copies of Daylight.
Yeah, I know Chase went from AV Pop Culture, went to his Barnes and Noble in Georgia, and they had a few, I think. Still,
Yeah,
I went to one in mine, and they didn't have any.
I mean, I don't like that movie, so I'm not gonna.
I've never seen the movie, so I'm like, it's no harm to me. Dante's Peak is the one that I like.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Daylight either, but I'm with you, Brian.
And you know what's funny too? Volcano. So Dante's Peak and Volcano were always Volcano is incredibly out of print, and I've always wanted to buy it. The other night we had like a disaster. We watched Deep Blue Sea, we watched Driven, we watched Titan, and then I was like, oh, let's watch Volcano, and I found it on like HBO, and I was like, I got halfway through, and I was like, this movie sucks. Like, this is not a good movie. I was like, why did I want to spend $50 on a Blu-ray of this?
Dude, VHS is the way to go. You got to watch it on VHS.
Those are complete crap, but these buy it from these shippers that are loaded with the most random DVDs and occasional steel books. Huh.
Or they're pushing it. Is he talking about Walmart?
I think so.
Man, they're pushing like vinyl records, but it's all like just very like common stuff or like current stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Kendrick or The Weeknd.
Yeah, mine, like we have all the, you saw Walmart was getting all those A24, the tall, like almost media book stuff. Mine, they have them like over in the vinyl section, just sitting on a shelf tucked behind stuff. And they're stacked like this tall, a bunch of them. And they don't have them with the movie, so no one sees them.
I was telling my wife how if there was any other retail company I wanted to work for, it was Barnes and Noble, because they're growing exponentially, they're remodeling, they're doing all this cool stuff. And my wife's like, you would just be in the movie section all day yelling at everybody who touches anything. And I'm like, dude, I would have, if they said like, yo, like take charge of this Blu-ray section back here, like this whole movie, that shit would be lit, bro. I'd have so much good shit back there.
Chris about to be the gatekeeper of it.
Bro, he doesn't let anybody buy anything.
Yeah,
He just supports it all.
If they were like,
he's only going to put Italian movies over there.
Dude, listen, I'll shop there.
It would just be Cannibal Holocaust and Giallos that nobody ever heard of. All over.
Chris has a separate like cannibal subgenre section.
Yeah.
Mine would just be all Gemini Mans and only Gemini Man, nothing else.
Gemini Man on 4K.
And The Rock.
And the Gemini Man and The Rock.
Customer comes in, he's like, oh, I'm looking for this A24 movie. And he's like, you ever hear of Gemini Man?
Dude, I almost bought some A24 movies at Barnes and Noble the other day. They had The Zone of Interest on 4K.
Okay.
And Love Lies Bleeding, but I want to watch it before I buy it.
Oh, that's a good one.
So good, dude.
I was gonna get Heretic too, but that they only have the Blu-ray, and I think I may get the German media book for that one.
Love Lies Bleeding, top tier lesbian scenes. Just saying. Just saying. Not blue is the warmest color level, but pretty good.
Just with 2 chicks that look like dudes, right?
Yeah, I mean you're not.
Well, what was it? The Cloister Nun?
The Story of a Cloistered Nun. Yeah, Joe Diamante.
I watched that because I almost got that from 88 and was like, I watched it twice to see if I really was like that movie.
You know why you watched it twice, Brian? Don't even.
No, I really no, that cover on 88 has a picture of a naked nun, and I can tell you, you blink and you miss the nudity in that movie.
Does mine? Oh, mine's all the way up there. I think in this one she's naked too.
Yeah,
it's like Clockwork Orange style, just watching like this.
It's like in the 88 one, it's like this blue. It's like this cutout of her just like naked, and it's like.
No, I was looking at it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie's barely got it. Like barely got nudity in it.
The one in this Severance set that you would want to watch would be this one, Images in a Convent. This is the good one.
Any other lesbian nun movies I should check out since you're the expert?
Hey, there's one scene in Frontiers.
There is. Yeah. I mean, I do have an entire box set of nun exploitation.
That's spicy, man.
you want that.
It got hot in there. The light got all bright all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a.
No, but I got up for a second because I have a really cool German edition of Volcano. I just couldn't find it because it's still in a box. Like a lenticular German Blu-ray because it's so out of print here. I found it on eBay for pretty cheap.
That the daughter makes me so mad, dude. She's so useless.
Yeah.
I saw that's a movie. It's not good, but I saw it in theaters when I was a kid, and I've always loved it because of that. And it was like one of the things I saw at the right time when I was a kid. And I love Anne Heche. Love Anne Heche in that movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
It cracks me up. The dude who died. Have any of y'all seen this? Boy, this movie's like 30 years old. The dude who dies trying to save, and he dies in the lobby, and he's just very slowly. Nobody's helping him. They're just watching him like, I can't watch. And he's just like, and he's dying slowly from the feet.
You just got like an elevator death, bro.
Yeah.
Under the.
I'm like, you would be dead. Like, you would be screaming. He's probably in shock. But
I want
Dante's
to bring this. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. Real quick, the grandmom scene in Dante's Peak, though.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
yes, when she gets up, when she
starts
gets up
walking.
Damn, bro. Well,
I want to bring this up because Brent here has already brought it up twice.
all right,
Nope.
this is a conversation,
Oof.
I've never seen this movie.
bro.
Neither have I.
Hey,
Oh, man.
blind by it.
Should I?
I
Do
wish you had. I wish I had known this because I just sold off the Grindhouse Blu-ray that I had, and I would have just sent it to you as like a
Slacking, bro. You're slacking.
Sorry,
Dude,
man.
Dude, there's 500
What year
left.
they're from?
There's,
No, there's
I-
140 left as of right now
What?
where'd you see that? Did they just post it?
on the website. They have a count on the website.
What?
You better hurry up, man.
Scroll down.
No, I already have mine. It was just.
Yeah,
I finally got my email. Okay.
Yeah,
there's
but
like
that's just for the big box, right? You think that it's gonna be like Rumpelstiltskin
for
and
sure,
Trick or
they're gonna
Treat, where
come out
they
with a-
release like a standard edition later, right?
They'll come down. They'll get a standard, I'm sure.
Dude, who
Dude,
knows? But I'll be honest with you guys. Grindhouse has never released a standard of any of their stuff. There's 130 in stock.
Hey, you know what?
Almost.
Arrow might do it.
Almost.
So who knows? You just wait for Arrow to do it.
I'm watching the trailer right now, and it's like I hope none of y'all are spider phobic. Jesus.
Dude, The Beyond it's not
Good
my
name,
favorite in the Gates of Hell trilogy. I actually think House by the Cemetery is better,
Ooh.
but I have a softness for The Beyond, yeah.
I was
much
telling Chris I
box
went a
set?
little. What's that?
How much is the box set?
66.
You can't miss it.
It's 6 discs.
You get it?
You get a whole new. You get a whole new composer cut. That's what I'm excited about.
And a soundtrack.
I'm about to spend $90 on like Tuesday and Wednesday on Terrifier 1, Forbidden World, and The General's Daughter. So
I was just telling Chris. I just went a little
Oh,
crazy.
man.
I got
Mine's up
all
there.
the Gates of Hell trilogy now, so I'm good. I
That's
picked up. What was it? Cauldron Films. City of the Living Dead.
Oh man,
And then I picked up Blue Underground's House by the Cemetery.
dude, I think you peaked for the year.
Well, dude, once I get Reanimator in, I'm good.
Do you have
Jordan,
zombie already? Do you have zombie?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I want zombies so bad.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the slip for it. That's what I want. Is the one with the slip.
There's 3 of them. There's 3. Blue Underground did 3 different slips for zombie.
I just want one of the slips.
Okay.
We'll take any of them.
They're all lenticular. They're 3 different lenticulars.
I don't care. I just want
Yeah.
one of them.
I'm with Frank. I think that's probably my favorite out of the trilogy.
So have you Jordan, have you seen City of Living Dead?
Oh, it's so good.
So this is not a spoiler. So just there's a scene involving puking up the insides, which will forever live in your. It's one of the craziest scenes I've ever seen in my life.
I cannot wait.
It's so that and I don't know, man. It's funny because I've always loved The Beyond. I love 99% of Fulci's movies, but House by the Cemetery, and New York Ripper are my top 2 for him. They're both tied for first. Like, especially New York Ripper,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
The-
so grimy.
Bro, the toe scene. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
There's a scene involving a toe and a woman that's yeah. In a public area.
Dude, I was watching. This is related and unrelated at the same time. So I was gearing up for my podcast with Jeff at John Doe right before we were talking about American Pie. So I've rewatched American Pie 2 for the thing, and I just just go down the rabbit hole and stuff. So I put in a few of them. I put in like American Reunion, and I started watching all the deleted and extended scenes and stuff. And there was like an extended scene of just some random thing that didn't make the movie of a girl sucking one of the guy's toes of stuff. But that's not what got me onto this. There's a deleted scene in Bandcamp. Do you remember that movie? Well, what was that horror movie, Devil's Honey, with the saxophone?
Yeah.
No, there's a deleted scene in Bandcamp where dude takes his saxophone to basically recreate that scene, but instead of standing, she's laying on the bed.
Dude, what, man? There's a Fulci reference, and
that's what I got when I saw it. I was like, "That's like that cover of that horror movie."
And that scene in Devil's Honey, dude, is like right at the beginning. Like I remember starting Devil's Honey, and I was like, "Oh," and because I was like, "I don't think anything happens at the beginning. Like I'll close the shades in a minute." And then 30 seconds in, the scene begins. I'm like, "Oh no!"
They gotta hook you at the beginning.
Well, I mean, that's like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to that movie. So, there's a lot of times, bro, where like I will. So this morning I'm watching Basic Instinct, and
did you watch the second one yet?
No, I just came in this morning. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
The second one's got way more nudity with Sharon Stone. She was way more naked in that movie.
So the first one I put on, and obviously, like I remembered the beginning of the movie, that first sex scene, the kill scene. And then I'm like, okay. I was like, but so my shades were kind of like partially open to the outside world. And then my cat wanted to go in the window. So I opened them fully. And then comes the scene with him and his therapist. And I was like, all right, this is okay. And then comes like the main scene with Sharon Tate and Michael Douglas. And I was like, oh, so I started like fast forwarding, and it got worse. Because now it's going 1.5 times speed. And that scene's already like 10 minutes. So it took me like 3 minutes to fast forward through the scene.
Have y'all seen the Lionsgate, the slip where it's like she crosses her legs?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That scene, there's something magical about that movie that I talked about in my little review that I put on Instagram. Between like to have Paul Verhoeven and Jan de Bont and the editing, those two interrogation scenes when they interrogate her and then later on when they interrogate Michael Douglas, and it sort of does the same. I have never seen better editing even the timing of like the pans and it's so good, dude. Like they just don't make movies like that anymore.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. There's no intent behind movies anymore. It's shoot for coverage and we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, like every reaction, it feels like every person in the interrogation scene, like they had to block out and frame everything because all the camera moves are so intentional. All the stuff with Wayne Knight, like when she crosses her legs and he's sweating, he's like and then it cuts right to the chief when the chief's like, all right, I'm only going to ask you once. Like, did you kill him? And the camera pans the camera like dollies in real fast. And it's so good, dude, how well that movie is shot.
I feel like that and Fatal Attraction are like the top two erotic thrillers from like late 80s to early 90s. Those are the ones I feel like that always stand out to me.
Disclosure is a massively underrated one.
Disclosure?
Have you ever seen Disclosure, bro?
No. Who's
Dude, Michael Douglas, Demi Moore. Buy it right now.
Because one of my favorites is Unfaithful.
Way better than Unfaithful.
Oh, Disclosure. Oh, here we go. Who's in it? Oh, there's actually, I don't have Fatal Attraction. There's a double pack. Michael Douglas and Demi Moore?
Yeah, Demi Moore, and she is crazy. She's got this scene. I can't say it on YouTube. She's like, get your back. She has this monologue where she goes, "You have the audacity to put your in my mouth and then have a moral conscience," or something. She has this like crazy, like it's so good. But I will say it's from the 90s, and it is about a company that makes video or like games. So the video game VR graphics are very dated, but that does not take you out of the movie. You just know that it's from that time. I think it's Lawnmower Man style graphics in the very few scenes where they go into that, because he worked for like a VR kind of company. But
yeah,
definitely if you're into Fatal Attraction, it's in that. I would call that the trilogy of Michael Douglas and Crazy Bitch movies. Fatal Attraction, Disclosure, and Basic Instinct. Those are the top three.
You know, like I'm a married man, very, very confident man. But like when I completely forgot about the Michael Douglas scene in Basic Instinct, and my wife woke up right after, and I was like, I just saw Michael Douglas's dick swinging.
Dude, here's a fun fact. Somebody in post had to go in. This is in the 90s. Had to go in and literally paint out Michael Douglas's balls frame by frame during that scene.
I mean, you still slightly
see, but somebody's job was to do that. 110% agree, Jeff. Have y'all seen Dangerous Liaisons?
You're gonna make me buy something else, bro?
Bro, have you? Okay, Chris, have you seen Cruel Intentions?
Yes.
Do you like Cruel Intentions?
Of course, I like Cruel Intentions.
This is the original Cruel Intentions.
Okay.
Glenn Close got nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
All right, let me buy.
She's got this scene with her. It's her. Glenn Close plays Sarah Michelle Gellar's character. John Malkovich plays Sebastian, and Uma Thurman is in it. You see Uma Thurman naked. This is the first time Uma Thurman was naked. She's like 18 or something. And sorry, Jordan.
It's gonna be like, Jordan. It's just making me laugh.
He's thinking about shouting.
Like it's like letting you go. Just go.
I'm trying to sell him on the movie.
You know what? I just thought
it's funny to me.
You know what movie we still don't have in like a higher format? Remember Chase?
Yes, Christy Swanson.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the VHS and the DVD. We need that on Blu-ray at least.
I don't know why my brain just thought of that.
Dude, we need that
movie. Is so good. She's got a sex scene in the car with him while they're driving, with the cops behind them.
I was watching, so I'm listening to this commentary of this podcast. They're doing like erotic 80s and erotic 90s, and that's why I bought that movie Body Heat with Kathleen Turner and William Hurt. So we talked about that. Yeah, dude. They talked about that from 1981, and I've never seen that.
Did you ever finish the Poison Ivies, or did you just watch the first one and that was it?
I'll be honest with you, bro. Ever since we talked about the differences, I kind of want to pick up the DVDs and just watch those. But
yeah, honestly, you should.
Like
the third one's actually good. I would say the second one's not really a Poison Ivy movie. Doesn't feel like it, but the third one is definitely way more in line with Poison Ivy.
Yeah, when I talked to you about those issues, I was like, my motivation to like finish them kind of.
I don't blame you. It's really just because I watched them and I watched them both prepping for a video for it. It's just taking me forever to do it. It's just Poison Ivy 1 that is really the noticeable difference. It's just that one. All the other ones you don't really. But I will say for you, watch the full screen versions. Trust me, it's way more beneficial.
Yeah. Jordan just asked me just asked in the group chat what's going on with the stream.
I did see him lagging, and all of a sudden it took him out.
I don't know, and we're on his thing, right?
Oh no.
Jordan, you got kicked out of your own podcast.
Dude, shouts after him, man. I'm telling you, they got people on freaking StreamYard.
Screen Factory right now is like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're done.
Be the last time you ever stream.
So let's see. I want to go back because Frank talks about Body Double, which is I also love I prefer why am I blanking?
Kill?
Yes, I prefer Dress to Kill.
I prefer Dress to Kill way more too. I think Body Double is a movie I respect, but I don't really like it. I've seen it's one of these movies I always have to convince myself because I respect De Palma so much, but
Same.
it's not my favorite movie. I almost got rid of the DVD at one point, but Dress to Kill is way more.
Dude, the museum scene in Dress to Kill is
just that super. Doesn't Body Double have that same super long take where he's following the chick through the department, the outside?
Has anybody ever seen Phantom of the Paradise? The Brian De Palma movie? I don't know. I just picked it up. Scream Factory put it out. Scheme Factory. Scream.
He has this weird because have you ever seen the documentary De Palma? I don't know if I talked to you about that.
No, Brian, you mentioned that. Now I still want to see that.
He talks it because there's a scene. It's like a music thing, and he's got this really cool scene. I haven't seen the movie, but from that documentary, the scene where he's trying to find the right sound or something. The Phantom guy, and he's like going around, and all these people are singing the same song, but in different genres, and it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I picked it up because I'm a huge I read a ton of the horror magazines, and I read them like cover to cover because you never know like what you're gonna learn or what you're gonna see. And I think it's Horror Hound. Every issue of Horror Hound, they do like a retrospective, and I was like a month behind on the issues. I finally got the new one today, but on the coming up, they were doing a retrospective on Phantom of the Paradise. And it just so happened that it was on Amazon for like $11. And it's an early De Palma film. So I'm going to watch it. That way I can read that retrospective that they wrote up about it.
Have you ever seen Passion?
Passion?
Passion is the I think it's called Passion. It's the Brian De Palma movie he did with Rachel McAdams and the girl from
Let's see.
Prometheus. I forget her name. Romy. I forget who she is.
By the way, Steve, that De Palma documentary is on Amazon. $17. They released it.
Oh, it is
Blu-ray of Lionsgate.
Yeah. It's on physical. I haven't grabbed it because I keep waiting for it to go down in price, but it's never dropped down in price.
Yeah, I've never seen this. Passion. I see it. I don't know if it's.
You want a lesbian erotic thriller? There you go. Brian De Palma.
Is it out of print? Because it's unavailable on Amazon.
Is it out of print?
I don't know.
I know it has a Blu-ray.
I kept the Black Dahlia.
God, I still have that on DVD. My DVD is so old; it's probably the full screen DVD. To be honest,
but I just can't I can't get into that movie. Every single time I watch it, I appreciate it, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I remember seeing that in theaters, and it's like. I think I just saw it because of Aaron Eckhart and Josh Hartnett, but
I love that time period. Like, dude, believe it or not, one of my like guilty. I don't really believe in guilty pleasure, but like a movie I enjoy is Gangster Squad.
Oh, I never got into that. Never got into that.
Yeah, it's just a cool there's something about that time period that I feel like is so underutilized in modern film.
Are you stoked for the new Sinners movie? Because doesn't that take place in the same kind of time period?
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked for that movie just because it looks great, and I think Ryan Coogler kind of got stuck in the Marvel thing because Black Panther 1 and 2, and I think Creed is fantastic.
Creed 1, I think, is fantastic. I think I agree. I want to see more of his outside Marvel stuff, just because Black Panther 1. Now that we're talking about Marvel, but I think that movie is amazing until the third act. The third act throws me out the whole movie. It's like I will put that in the top Marvel movies for the first 2/3, and then once we get to the third act, once he falls off the cliff and it changes stories, I'm like, you're bottom tier. I can't even. It's so bad. And the second one, it's the cinematography is so dark, I can't watch it.
So. I don't really talk about it a lot on my page, but I have all the Marvel movies on 4K. I go back and revisit like random ones quite a lot.
If Infinity War is not your favorite, then
Infinity War is tied with Civil War for me.
I can see that.
So it's like for me, it's Infinity War, Civil War, and then Endgame. I consider Infinity War and Endgame sort of the same. You know what I mean? So they're lump them into that thing, and then it's Civil War, and then it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy took some time to grow on me. It's one of those movies that I always liked, but I didn't like, but there's something I liked about it. It's one of those movies you just watch and then you eventually. Same with Iron Man. I didn't like Iron Man the first couple times I saw it. I didn't get into Marvel until Thor. Thor put me into Marvel because Captain America 1, I didn't care for. I recently, I went back to it years later and rediscovered the love for it.
It's campy.
It's campy, and what I like about it.
I like Doctor Strange, the first one.
Dude,
Doctor Strange is another one. It's really good.
Yeah, that. Listen, I know some people aren't like a huge fan just because of the casting, but I don't know that time when Iron Man and then the Incredible Hulk came out around that time.
I don't consider that Hulk part of. I will never own that Hulk. It will never be in my MCU.
Come on!
No, I can't do it. I never got into. I've never been a Hulk fan.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I just never got into it. Do you own Chris? Do you own the Steelbooks? I know we can't, since what's his name's not in here. We Jordan. We can't really. I don't think we can bring the chats into the thing.
Is he coming back? What happened to him?
Yeah, he's restarting his modem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or that I know Chase is looking to get all the Steelbooks for at least Avengers. I think he's trying to do the Avengers.
Well, I thought he was going for a full to prepare for the Blockbuster box sets release.
Yes. I forgot.
Man, oh man.
Dude, Jordan, man.
Dude, I don't know. Second time this is done.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Jordan, get your wife to come get Hispanic on your computer.
I'm telling you, I really do think this is a hit by Scream Factory.
Yes.
Oh no. What the hell?
That's wild.
The scariest thing about this Sunday Scaries is Jordan's internet.
Like, for real.
Did you see Frank's comment? Jordan got voted off his own island.
Yeah,
right, let's see.
He's going for a full Marvel 4K Steelbook.
Yeah, he wants the full and aren't they re-releasing like the steel like the kind of case or the steel case or something for it?
Let me if Chase is still in here, Chase, I have the message. So he was looking for a bunch of Code Red. He's looking to do a Code Red collection. So I'm gonna send him out. I have one of a movie called The Forest, but I went to a local store of mine, a resale store called House of Fun, and they have like 9 Code Red titles, but they're not cheap. They're like $25 to $30 a piece. So I got to talk to him about which ones he wants, so I can, send them out to him. So if you're listening, shoot me a message.
Yeah, I think he's still in here.
I got to be honest, dude. I fell off like watching his channel for a little bit, just from like the amount of people I was watching. And I went back and I've been rewatching a ton of his stuff, dude. And he does not help my buying habits.
No, his lists are crazy, and a lot of them, especially recently, like the older ones, they're really hard to find. Bro, I have a video coming out on this real fast. I just found this out on my last live stream. This came to mind because all his videos have been more of like sex and raunchy stuff. Porky's is not available to buy on digital at all. You can't stream it. You can't buy it. Any of the first 3.
I have a weird slipcover for Porky's.
Is it like the condom one, the blue condom one?
Is that what it is? I thought it was like a toilet or something.
Oh, maybe.
Duck. It's like the rubber duck.
Rubber duck.
Something with a rubber duck. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Yo, is that your wife? It's gonna call it Xfinity Internet.
Yeah. Yep.
Come up.
For me tomorrow, I believe it.
Dude, she will.
Scream Factory is hearing it from Jordan. She's getting all on the internet company. Whew.
Chuck's in here too. What's up, dude? I'm finally. I didn't know I could see the comments on this side. I'm learning as I go, bro.
Yeah, I have to. The host has to turn it on for you guys. I have it on.
Damn.
What are you guys talking about? James to you?
I appreciate it.
It seems to be working for you now.
for me.
I mean, that's low key
Yeah.
tempting to go back and start collecting some of the MCU movies.
You guys
I
are talking
have
about
them-
MCU.
Yeah, we got into the MCU thing. I have them all on Blu-ray. I'm kind of debating if I need to upgrade them, to be honest.
The
They look
ones that I'm
really-
wanting is, you've seen those Mondo Steelbooks of like Iron Man 1,
I
all
want
those.
the Thor. I want the Thor trilogy with those Mondo Steelbooks.
Dude, those are so nice. I have the most recent ones they did. Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy. What was it? Doctor Strange. Those are pretty sweet.
I don't know if I would say you need that. All those movies are shot on digital. They're gonna look.
They look like on a 4K TV. They look amazing. If I can find them, here's the thing: if I can find them with the slip for 10, because I can find some for $10. I almost got Infinity War last week for $10. I may go grab it this week. But I'm one of these people, since I have all the Blu-rays with slips. If I upgrade, I gotta get them with the slips.
See, like Jeff just said, I have a lot of them on the 3D Blu-ray just because some of the slips were really cool. So when I was looking for them, like Civil War, I have a 3D Blu-ray. The first Thor is a 3D Blu-ray. There's a couple of them.
I went back and got a few for slips at a 3D. My Ant-Man, I think, came with the Blu-ray with the 3D because I got it with the slip.
Yeah, I think Thor: The Dark World, I have a 3D Blu-ray for.
This may be controversial, but Thor: The Dark World is one of my favorite MCU.
Really?
I love it. I love it more than Ragnarok.
So it's the Thor: The Dark World is funny because it was directed by, I'm pretty sure it was Kenneth Branagh, right?
No, the first one was directed by Kenneth Branagh. That's why the first one looks the best. The second one was done by the guy who did Terminator Genesis and Wolverine.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, what's his? I remember watching Dark World years ago. I watched it and I was like, man, this isn't as bad as I remember. And all the negative reviews were talking about like how it just felt like flat. There was like nothing to. I'm like, I don't know. Like the villain's good.
I just like the whole cosmic aspect of it because this is also before Guardians. This is before we really went out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I never understood the hate for Dark World.
Brian is crazy. Bro.
Dark World. I don't know. What was the last one they did? Love and Thunder.
Oh god, that I will never.
No, but the villain.
Well, the villain was great. They just didn't use him enough.
Christian Bale was in a totally different movie.
Was amazing in that movie.
He was in a totally different movie. He was making some serious Dark Knight style Marvel movie, and Thor was over here telling.
He was still in that Dark Knight mindset.
Yes, he was in I'm convinced they were in different things, but I will say the planet fight with the black and white with the colors was really dope.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Here's what I've always
so much better.
Here's what I've always said about the MCU. It's like anytime an MCU movie, because everything's going to be okay, right? Like there's going to be a resolution. Those are the ones I don't enjoy as much as like when I go Civil War, I go Infinity War, I go Endgame. Those movies don't feel like everything's going to be okay. You know what I mean?
Anything's on the table.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's what I like with like the Russo brothers, what they did. And it is writing. It's not just directing because like I've heard, the movies they've done since have done not good.
Dude, their new movie is getting destroyed right now.
So what I'm saying is like between them and the writing from like Civil War Winter Soldier on.
Yeah.
It's the
I think it's been so well because like Chris said, it's leading somewhere. There's stuff. Nothing's resolved yet.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you know what's funny though? My wife and I watch Infinity War and Endgame all the time. A couple times a year, we throw those on. Because
dude, that's my go-to go to bed movie. I can watch. I've seen that movie so many times. I can put it on and go to bed before Thanos even comes.
Right. Bro, you give me any movie in front of me, right? And the moment you enter a green screen background or a CGI background, I have a problem with it. But Infinity War and Endgame, my brain just forgets because it's so well done. Like there's no moment in any of those movies where my brain has that detachment. Like even the very end of Endgame is 90% CGI, like the background, everything, and my brain just is like, yep, that's fucking awesome. But you put a character in a car in a CGI background, and my brain's like, look how fake this shit is.
Dude, this is my biggest pet peeve with all movies, and especially I hate with a passion car scenes that are done nowadays, where it's just done with a digital background. I hate it because it's so obvious. All I see is a sitcom in my head right now. I'm like, that's why I appreciate older movies that actually like, you know, put car mounts on cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's movies like recently I watched Sin City, and they did it like the old school. They just had the light, pass with the background, and it adds to that charm of it. You know what I mean?
But Sin City's different because from the opening scene, you know what you're getting into.
You're right.
And it's part of the style of it where
that's the same thing as like 300. It's just the aesthetic. It's the graphic novel aspect of it.
Which 300 still, I watched Renfield whenever that came out, right? And my biggest critique of it, I was like, I enjoyed it. My problem is you have all of this CGI blood getting spilled, and you have these massacres happen in this movie, and then they'll show a wide shot of the environment, and there's no blood anywhere. That's my thing with 300 is like you have these massive battle scenes, and then the ground is like as clean as a whistle. And I'm like, I get this is a graphic novel, but my brain still picks up on that in a weird way.
Hey, the dirt soaks it up. That's why you can't see it.
Dude, we need a 4K for the sequel to the sequel to 300 is really, really good.
Yeah, it is.
I love the lightning and the boat stuff and Eva Green. Come on, Eva Green. I will say there's one thing that baffles me that they didn't catch in editing. There's a scene where Eva Green is eating an apple, and in one scene it's red, and in another scene it's green, and then it cuts back to red again. Like in all this CGI and everything around, you couldn't fix the apple in her hand.
Well, see what Chase just said. Speaking of De Palma, like Dress to Kill, the whole car scene, like the car sex and all of that there was no. They jammed into a car and just drove around New York doing that, and it worked perfectly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's so many ways to do it cheaply, digital. Like, to me, it's lazy. You know who's the best to me that I've seen who does the best car dialogue driving scenes is Guy Ritchie. If you watch the driving scenes in like The Gentleman or Rock and Rolla or Revolver,
honestly, Wrath of Man in the truck.
Yes. Really good. I think to me he does the most because I know it's fake and I've seen the behind the scenes enough, but it's convincing enough to me. Where anything Marvel, but Marvel also has a very flat color palette with all their movies. That's just so it gives it a cheaper quality with those car scenes. I wish they would do more like going back to Doctor Strange. I think the sequel, Multiverse of Madness, I think is the most cinematic because you had a real director. You had Sam Raimi. Even though they didn't, the best scenes in that movie are the few scenes they let him go full Sam Raimi.
Did it feel like kind of tame compared to like some of his other stuff? Because I just felt like,
oh yeah, he was handicapped.
You know that he probably could have made that either like I don't want to say like gory because obviously you have to keep in mind it's like more of a family movie, but you definitely could have like stretched it out a little bit further, made it creepier. I felt like.
Let me ask you guys something because. Like Brian, with your filmmaking experience and Chase, if he's still in the chat, I feel like nowadays movies, there's no more effort put into blocking.
No, there's not.
Blocking at a shot because there's like you mentioned before, there's so much coverage. So like when I watch, obviously I think one of the kings of blocking is Steven Spielberg. He just has such a great like the movement. And
JJ copies that. If you can move the camera and get 3 different shots in one thing and just like that's one take, boom.
But even like for example, even the funeral scene in Endgame, Tony Stark's funeral,
that long
take. Like I feel like there's no more stacked blocking happening anymore. Where they're like, how can we show characters in a space without cutting and without you know what I mean, are interesting ways to do that.
There-
They don't figure that stuff out anymore.
There's no more creative blocking either. Going back to De Palma, do you remember the table scene in Mission Impossible 1 in the aquarium where the
Mhm.
camera's literally like there's an aquarium above their roof, so they're literally like shooting under the table up at them in the most unique camera angles you've
Yeah.
ever seen. I'm like, there's no more really creative direction.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like if you watch John Wick, right? There's really cool blocking with the action. There's really cool stuff going on with that. But even in basic conversation sequences, there's no interesting movement. It's just coverage and cutting around the coverage. Like you watch like Basic Instinct, the interrogation scene, or trying to think what else I watched where I was like, there was something about the blocking that I was like, dude, nobody does this like this anymore. Let me remember what it was.
You know the one that it hates Jordan again.
Oh, no.
The most recent example of that I've seen that the blocking stood out to me the most was Heretic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Heretic also works so well because it doesn't follow a 3-act structure.
True.
You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Like, but the block, just the block. There was a few shots where it would go around, or like I think I was talking to you about this. My favorite shot in Heretic is when he turns the candle. Spoil. I'm not going to say what it reveals, but he turns the candle, and the camera follows the like 360s around the table almost as he's turning it, and it's like that is cool.
And it's cool because it also doesn't reveal the candle.
Yeah.
It doesn't show. It shows the back of the candle, and you're seeing the POV of the label turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Essentially, which is really cool. I think honestly, I might be thinking about Case of the Bloody Iris.
I haven't seen that.
It's
love that movie.
It's the shot that I sent you of the mirror, where the character wakes up screaming. We cut to the other character on the opposite side of the room who wakes up in response to the screaming, and then we see the character who was screaming in the little mirror on the table. Like, even that to me is an interesting way to tell this story, as opposed to just like, okay, here's her screaming, and then we're going to cut to a medium of somebody reacting, and then we're going to cut back to another medium. Like, even the camera
film too.
Dude, like that camera flip at the car when he runs out of the building and the camera literally flips sideways and then flips back up the moment the knife comes into the car.
I've never seen anything like that. Shot is very unique compared to, I feel like, a lot of the filmmaking that you see, but I've never seen anything like that, to be honest.
Like Chase has a really good point, and it's very true. Like the blocking is a very lost art, I feel like, in modern day, and it costs nothing. All it costs is you knowing what you're doing or being creative enough. Like I think nowadays it's shot for coverage. It's shoot it fast, get over the, because 90% of movies are just over the shoulders.
Yeah.
What kills me, what I think is a lost art, is the wide shot. I think the wide shot is a massively lost art. I will notice if a movie is only close-ups and it will bug me, but I will appreciate a good wide shot.
Yeah, dude. I mean, wides and like mediums as well. And there is an art to how to cut between them, like going from a wide to a close or going from a wide to a medium. There is like an art to how you compose those edits and to those different lengths. You know what I mean?
There's a shot in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that bugs the crap out of me. That the scene where Nebula is giving her big monologue or whatever, and it's a medium shot, and then it's a long shot, and then it just cuts to a close up. I'm like, why didn't you just push in the whole time and give it? I feel like that cut was so distracting.
Yeah,
it's like a director who didn't know, and it's like, because it was such a powerful monologue. She's giving this whole thing about what Thanos did to her. And it's like, it would have been so much more impactful to have like a dolly, or even, I like the zooms. I miss zooms. One of my favorite modern day, like, I feel like that really utilized it, was Strangers Pray at Night, because it had this 80s feel. There's a scene where the mom and daughter, but before they get to the cabin or the trailer park or whatever, they're sitting in there talking and outside on the car. And the shot,
the brother comes outside and it zooms across the street.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm like,
there's another moment too when the mom's death scene in the bathroom where we cut to up top and it zooms in.
Yeah, where it's like over. Yeah, with the
It's so good. Like, dude, that shot outside when the daughter's smoking and the brother comes out, I was like, "Ooh, what do we do? This is awesome!"
Yeah,
like, you know, just nobody does that kind of. Well, Johannes Roberts with Strangers Pray at Night was really, really, really set on matching 70s like that style. So I'm sure he was purposely seeking out times.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. You could tell.
You don't pre-think that. That's you get on location and you go, all right, hold up, we're gonna run across the street real quick and get this massive zoom shot. You know what I mean?
I saw a movie. I forget what it was. I was watching it just the other day, and there was a cool. All it was a they were pulling up to a house. I can't think of what movie it was, and they did a dolly, but it was from across the street, from behind the trees. And I'm like, just like all you got to do is go on set, ask the neighbors for permission to put it on the sidewalk in front, and get this shot.
Yeah.
Even The Lover, like you watched The Lover, those scenes of them just driving in the car, but it's shot from like people's balconies and like other POVs. Like, I think the cinematography in The Lover is.
So I've had this idea, like I don't know if at any point in my life I'll ever decide like, oh, I'm going to direct a short film, but I've always had this idea for one. And I was laying in bed the other day and I was thinking like the opening scene to this short film that I had in mind was opening with kind of like a real pain. Somebody's in an airport and they're waiting. But I had this idea of the shot starting in a restaurant that's in the airport, and it starts with seeing like the cooktop, and then the camera slowly zooms and the focus changes, and it zooms through the restaurant out the window to reveal our character waiting outside of the restaurant. And I was like, man, nobody does any, because it's patient.
It's patient, yeah. Yeah, people don't have patience for longer takes or anything, or let things breathe. It's
or longer movies in general, I feel like too.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that depends, because I feel like lately we've been getting a lot of 3-hour movies, like a lot more than recently.
Dude, GC's dog is so cute, by the way. Just yeah, movies are unnecessarily like look at Smile 2. Smile 2 was what?
I have not seen that yet. I really want to. That worth seeing. Is it?
You like it?
What's that?
Did you like Smile 2?
I haven't seen it.
There's a lot of cool. I'm a big fan of the first Smile.
Same.
There's a lot of really cool stuff in Smile 2. I just did not attach to the character, to the trauma portion of it. Like, so I didn't give a shit about any of that. Like, so, and most of that movie, that's what it lingers on. You know what I mean? I actually thought, who here has seen Smile 2? Have you, Steve?
Yeah.
I thought the beginning of Smile, that oneer at the house, was the best shot of the whole was the best moment of the whole movie.
I was wondering, I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, you obviously know that there's something's about to pop off at some point, but that was it was not the direction I thought it was going to go in, especially for an opener.
Jordan, who'd your wife have to go kill for you to get internet again?
Well, she's on the phone with them right now. I went over and just unplugged and plugged the modem back in. Did Chris tell you what my speed was right now?
Bro, I'm gonna tell her right now. So Jordan texts me, and his internet right now, his speed is 0.13 megabytes per second.
and I'm paying for a 1300.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And this has happened like twice in the past 2 weeks. So I don't know what's going on.
0.13, bro.
Jordan, you better be careful. Start talking nice about Stream Factory over there.
So I know that Jordan's here, and I wanted to bring this up, but I wanted Jordan to be a part of it because I know Brian's not. Let's talk about the Beyond release real quick, right?
Let's get crazy.
So let me pull
We
up.
had our Marvel talk when he was done, and now he's back. It's back to the field.
You guys can still see and hear me, right?
I can get down with some Marvel too. So
All right. So let me pull this up.
Can I
Or
just
something.
before we shift topics, can I ask you guys a quick question? So, just to cap off the MCU talk, why do you guys think that there was such a stark difference post Endgame with everything else that came after it? Because I felt like there was, not for all of them, but I would argue there's probably a pretty substantial drop as far as quality, and I don't feel like I hear as many people talking about them.
God complex. I feel like Marvel it got to a point where they felt like they could do one. I think Disney Plus ruined a lot of stuff with Marvel. It just ruined. It was quantity over quality, and it's linking too much stuff that people aren't into. I've even heard people say that they went to go see Captain America and they didn't know what was going on because they didn't watch the show. You know,
I agree. I think the excessive TV series that they tied in with Disney Plus, like I get the draw to it, but I mean, for somebody who's hopping in there, at least with like the early MCU movies, like all the way up to Endgame, I feel like if you take outside of like Infinity War and Endgame, you could realistically jump in there and at least somewhat kind of figure out what exactly is going on.
Well, you have Iron Man, right, which is the start of the MCU, which was pretty much like lightning in a bottle. And then now you're getting into establishing all of your biggest players in Marvel history. And they built that universe so well because the movies were linked in such little ways. And then they came together for the Avengers. Then it started getting more and more like intertwined. But like people like me and my wife, we were so attached to those characters that after that, like once you killed them off or they retired or whatever the case might be, I just didn't really care. Like I don't have the same attachment that I did. You know what I mean? Even Tom Holland Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I'm not as attached to Tom Holland Spider-Man as I am even Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield is my Spider-Man. I love Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Dude, and like his relationship, like as far as on-screen presence with Emma Stone, is incredible. Like that scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 when they go on that date and they're spinning around the tree, and like I believe it. So it makes when Gwen dies so impactful. And then, dude, it even years later when he has the redemption moment in No Way Home and he catches Zendaya. It's so good. You care so much about it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Well, weren't they dating at the time too? Or
yeah. They were dating, and so was Zendaya and him are dating too. But they've changed MJ to be a totally different character, so they obviously don't have that kind of relationship. But no, totally agree.
Garfield and Stone were dating.
Yeah, they were dating at the time. When they did both of them. But even like the first time they like not when they meet, but the scene in Amazing Spider-Man 1 when they're in the hallway and he kind of asks her out, and it's just awkward, like
he's like, I can't right now.
Yeah, it's like it's so real and everything, and it's like I like Tom Holland. I don't like him as he's not he bugs me. He kind of gets on my nerves. He's kind of too kiddie, I guess, where I like the cocky confidence of Garfield Spider-Man. Especially the scene when he first gets the guy and he, with the motorcycle and he just kind of does that head tilt kind of thing. And it's like, oh, don't mess with that.
When he's messing with the guy, when he gets the guy out of the car and he's like, oh, too easy. It's like, too easy.
Yeah. But I feel like that was
like sarcastic, like the quippy, like Spider-Man comments. Like that's what I always like kind of associate with Spider-Man is like his humor.
Yeah,
bro,
I being a smart ass.
I want to highlight real quick Quietly Games in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can still see that or highlight the chat, Jordan.
Let me try. I'm using my phone right now.
He asked our take on In a Violent Nature.
There we go.
Another one I haven't seen.
Yeah, same here.
My opinion, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I
I
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't think it should move on as a sequel. But as an 80s slasher fan, I thought it was great.
I
So,
just I just hope they don't. I think we had said this on a previous stream. I just don't want them to like try to redo what they did in the first one, because I think on its own it works for what it is. But if you try to do that for a sequel, and I think it's gonna be kind of redundant. So I think I feel like you have to have like a fresh take on it, you know, going into
I
it.
think they can get away with it, and not. I hope this doesn't spoil anything, but the way it kind of the camera changes there at the end. Now we can move forward with a different way of shooting this movie if they were to do a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that Thomas Jane's Punisher 4K is out of print and going for like $80.
Dude,
Is it
that's
really?
insane.
That's what Jeff just said in the chat, dude. That's my Punisher, bro.
Hell yeah. That one's so good, man.
100%. There's only one Punisher, and that's
Yeah.
dude. That scene, dude. When he fights Kevin Nash.
Oh my god, dude! When he takes the gun out of the drawer and Nash slams it with the dumbbell, and it just takes a moment for him to pick it up and it's bent. He just kind of stares at it,
dude. And the fat dude's cooking the whole time, and they're prepping.
Yeah.
It's like it's one of the things you forget. Ben Foster was in that movie. It's like
or when during the Kevin Nash fight when he knocks the grenade back in baseball style, just and Thomas Jane just looks at it.
Dude, I'm sorry. I know this is kind of typical me, but John Travolta's wife in that movie. That's all I'm saying.
I will say, dude, I have never not thought about the scene when he is torturing. What's his name? I forget that character's name.
Ben Foster
No, when he hangs the guy who works for John Travolta's character upside down, and remember he has the blowtorch.
Oh yeah, with the steak.
Yeah, when he talks about how like
with the lollipop,
when you're exposed to heat of a certain temperature, it's cold, and he pushes the ice pop against his back. And then when he comes around and he finds out, he puts the ice pop in his mouth. He puts that.
Is the 4K of that out? I don't have the 4K of that. I don't think I do. I have the 4K.
It's out of print. Yeah, Chase confirmed it. It's out of print. It's that Lionsgate steelbook, right, with the slip.
Did you guys ever Punisher Warzone?
Dude,
okay. That one, I think it's a bad movie, but I love the style of it.
Yeah,
I love the cinematography and the campy like Batman and Robin style like feel of it.
He's hanging upside down in the beginning from the
and just like dude, that was very dude, that was very Boondock Saints. That whole like spin thing, and that was
graphic too, or like gory.
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember that feeling more in line with like the comics from what I remember reading.
Yeah, it was. You know what it reminded me of? There was a Punisher game on the PlayStation 2 where there was like torture moments. Like you could grab a character and bring them over to like the saw, and it would turn black and white when you perform like an execution. It reminded me of that.
Dude, did you? Damn, I totally just had a brain fart. Oh, that movie was directed by a woman too.
For Warzone?
Yeah, for Warzone. Yeah. It's like we get into this whole like time where like women directors don't get enough. I feel like there are a lot of women directors who don't get enough credit, who don't do message movies.
Yeah.
Like a woman directed Punisher Warzone, and it's amazing. A woman directed Point Break. I know I'm going off a different subject, but
that was Catherine Bigelow.
That was Catherine Bigelow, but I feel like not many people know that. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and dude, so the director, Lexi Alexander, who directed Punisher Warzone, she also directed Green Street Hooligans. Have you guys ever seen that?
Oh yeah,
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, about like
Elijah Wood,
the football
Elijah Wood. Yeah.
You know, Steven, I did want to say, man, real quick, we were talking about the Marvel cinematic universe.
Yeah,
man, you know what I think that's changed? That the reason that phase 1 did so well and then like the other phases are just bombing, it's the fact that there's three things that, at least for me, that bother me. The first one is the fact that, I mean, the cast from from phase 1 and a little bit of phase 2, like it's just, I mean, dude, like you don't have the talent that you did anymore just because people have gotten too like lazy, and like Brian said earlier with the whole God complex, man, they rely so heavily on social media and all this stuff
Yeah.
and the popularity contest that it's no longer based on sheer talent, but it's how many followers and how much drama you could stew and how many cameras you could get on you. And then the next thing, man, it's kind of, I mean, everything has an agenda now, right? I mean, we've always had movies that have had a certain like topic to real life and relatable, and they're trying to get a certain message across. But now all these movies, I mean, look at Captain Marvel, for example. I mean, it was just like, man, they're just going after people, and they're just it's really ruined what the movie is supposed to be. And then it's also the laziness with the storylines, with the CGI. I was just having I had a live earlier this morning with
Yeah.
Lee from Cinema Whiplash, and we're talking about for example, John Carter. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I love John Carter. We
That
were
movie's
both
amazing.
That was Taylor.
Dude.
Taylor Kitsch was in that, right?
Yeah, the original Gambit, man. Like
Yeah.
the movie was phenomenal, and
And it looks amazing. It was shot on film too.
Dude,
Like it looks amazing.
dude, it came out 2012, and the CGI still holds up compared to like Marvel movies now. Like for example, the new Captain America movie. Lee was telling me, I haven't seen it, but
Oh,
he was telling me,
bad. It's bad.
dude, it's with all the money that they have in the world, and it's like you're telling me that a movie from 13 years ago, 14, 15 years ago, the CGI is better than what you have now with the money you have now. So it's just, I think it's a bit of that, man. It's the laziness, it's the lack of talent, and then it's the constant agenda and trying to shove like stuff down your throat. And I think that's what's kind of killing them, and that's why they're resorting to bringing freaking Robert Downey back as Doctor Doom, because they realize they're like, dude, the ship's sinking and they need to do something drastic. And
well, the problem is yes, they brought him back, and now they're bringing the Russo brothers back. But that's the only people I think that they're bringing back. I mean,
Chris
like
Evans
Brian
is rumored to come back.
Well, I'm talking about in the production side.
Oh yeah.
Like Brian was saying, you know, if we're getting the same writers we've gotten since post Endgame, you know, I don't think it's going to do well.
That's what I was going to chime in on. I feel like the writing, I don't know, it took like a huge step back, because I don't feel I would say outside of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I don't feel like invested in any of these characters, the storyline. It feels like this is basically plan B to the Kang storyline, the multiverse that they were building up. So instead you completely flip the script and you bring in, which I'm fine. Like I love Doctor Doom as a villain, but why does it have to be Robert Downey Jr.? To me, it just doesn't. Like, can't he just be his own character? Like that's what most. I don't know. I feel like he's such a notable villain that why not establish him with a different actor?
I don't have a problem. And I feel like one of the few, like I don't have a problem with that. I think if Robert Downey's the best man for the job and he's going to do that faithfully, then I'm all for him doing that. Like when they announced it, I was like, all right, let's see. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is an incredible actor with a lot of range. And if he's the best man for the job, we'll see.
They also started bringing in Rick and Morty writers. Like all the writers from after Endgame were all Rick and Morty writers. And back to GC's thing about CGI. One thing about like the visual effects industry in Hollywood is one of the worst, like structured thing. Like you have to underbid everybody else to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you have to come in and be like, I can do this cheaper than so and so. Doesn't matter what your quality is, this or that. They're basing it off pay and quota. And
there's no more like ILM. You know what I mean? Like that structure doesn't exist anymore.
No, ILM still exists, but there's no structure with how because they're not unionized, and they're literally treated like shit. So the CGI, Thor Ragnarok had the floating head. You know how many times they have to refix CGI. Even not just this, Alien had to go back. Alien Romulus had to go back and fix the CGI for physical media for that, which didn't really fix it. You can still tell it's animatronic, but it's our deep fake, but they had to go back and fix it. They had to go back and fix the head on digital for Thor Love and Thunder with that floating head, and also back to your point, Steven, I think there's too many characters. Like back when it started, when we saw Thor, we were going to see Thor in like 2 years again or 3. Now it's like Shang-Chi who? When's he gonna come back?
The Eternals.
Eternals is done. When are we gonna see they bring in Haley Steinfeld as like little Hawkeye, but when are we ever gonna see that again? And then you have 2 big superheroes who got beat by Ant-Man. Kang beat by Ant-Man. Falcon becomes, supposed to fight the Hulk, but he got his ass whooped by Ant-Man.
I just don't think Anthony Mackie's a great actor, and I don't.
He's a great supporting actor. He's not a great lead.
Yeah,
I love the meme of him when people are like, with him from 8 Mile.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't like get excited with new Marvel stuff. I don't. There's nothing about it to me that's like I'm actually more excited for James Gunn's DC. Like that Superman trailer was incredible.
The one thing this is kind of my last straw. I'm not the Fantastic Four.
I'm fed up.
The Fantastic Four trailer did not do it for me. I'm not excited for that at all. Yeah, did not do it for me at all.
I'm a big Fantastic Four fan. I don't know. We'll see.
I was never into him, but the trailer just didn't do it for me. Captain America: Brave New World. I fell asleep in the theater. It was bad. Thunderbolts. That trailer hooked me. I loved that trailer, and if Thunderbolts fails, I'm done because I'm holding on to that.
I mean, can we? I feel like I think we can all agree. I feel like the amount of controversy behind the new Captain America movie. I feel like I heard more about that than I did anything about the movie once it was released. You hear about reshoots and all these problems with it, and like during production and. It just didn't feel like it used to be like that with some of the earlier movies when they were putting those out.
No, there's too much information tainting our view of it. Like, for example, are we going back to Thor: Love and Thunder? I didn't know people hated that movie till like 2 or 3 years ago on YouTube. I went all this time loving it, and I still love it, but I didn't know other people hated it. And now we live in a day where there's too much information about stuff about what went wrong on set or people don't like it before the movie came out. And I feel like that taints a lot of our judgment for things.
I would agree. I think you can have these preconceived notions on whether the movie's gonna be good or not, or like you're solely relying on Rotten Tomatoes, or I mean, I'm guilty of it sometimes. Like I put feelers out and I'm reading about it on Reddit once the movie's released, like no spoilers with it, but I just kind of want to gauge like the level of feedback on the movie. And it's tough. It's trying to avoid that. It can be very challenging.
I'll be honest with you guys too. I'm not a fan of review culture. Like,
yeah,
I don't care about the Rotten Tomatoes like critics, and I don't care about it. I don't care about like the self-proclaimed, Instagram critics. Like, I hate like Letterboxd has now become like, oh,
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not a Letterboxd person.
What's the quirkiest thing I could put to get the most likes? You know what I mean? On my, and then weird things get championed and weird things don't. It's so like, it's like who can have the hottest take? And then the problem is, no matter how hard you try, if I say to you, you're walking to theater and I go, that movie sucks, you're going to go in with that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to shift your experience no matter how. So for, a month leading up to a movie coming out, all you hear are negative things. When you walk into theater, that stuff's going to be on your mind. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
I was talking to Jordan. What was it, like 2 weeks ago? I was like, we were talking on the phone and I was like, I'm about to watch Companion. And he was like, we'll talk afterwards. And it was one of those things where tell me you don't like it without telling me you don't like it.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm 5 minutes in and I'm texting him. I'm like, dude, I love this fucking movie.
I'm like, hey, go for it. You know, like I said, it was just middle of the road for me with that movie. But
Well, how do people? Here's my thing, bro. How do you see the monkey, and then walk out and go, that was stupid. I that was so dumb. I wasn't expecting that to be a comedy. I'm like, well, wait, hold on. So that's what you're upset about? That's what your review is based on? You didn't know it was going to be silly? Like that's what we're complaining about. I've actually seen people be like, "Oh, 1 star. Yo, this is too silly." I'm like, "What are you talking? Like, just."
Do you think it was because he came from a long? I haven't seen it, but do you think it was because he in his last movie was so like serious and?
I mean, it is a pretty stark contrast. I feel like to Longlegs, like it's literally like I would say it's like a 180 from it, but I didn't expect it to be overly serious in tone. I mean, if watching the trailer, I felt like I would think you would know that there's gonna be like some dark comedy to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that trailer sold that movie perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when I went in, I was like, when it was done, I was like, that was exactly the movie I was sold. Like, you know, it's just sometimes like I don't. That's why I stopped doing reviews on Letterboxd and I just like log what I watch because I read things on Letterboxd and I'm like, where are we going with it? Or like, I unfollowed a lot of the like critic reviewers on Instagram that were following me because you would have a movie comes out that like most people love, and then I would always have one guy on my Instagram that's like 1 star. This movie's overhyped. It's over dramatic. I didn't get it. Stupid plot. And I'm like, do you even know what you're saying right now? Like, people forget that critique is not me saying good or bad. It's criticism. So if I'm going to give criticism to a movie, I'm going to tell you what I really liked and what I think could have been done better, what didn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Movie criticism to me is not, this made no sense, this was stupid. That is not movie criticism to me. And that's what movie criticism has become.
Mm-hmm.
And as big a fan I am as Ebert in like the Chicago Sun-Times era of reviews, I feel like it started then because those are the same people who looked at The Thing and went, yeah, it's so pointless. The effects are great, but the characters are lame and stupid. And my children are never going to watch this. And I'm like, what is that? What does that mean?
what's your take on the whole overhyped, underhyped idea?
I don't, and no offense to anybody who has ever used that, like overhype or hype does not, you cannot overhype stuff. It's either something gets talked about a lot or it like, I don't understand how something can be overhyped. People are like, oh, Terrifier's overhyped. I'm like, just because you didn't like it doesn't mean it's overhyped. If everybody in the room likes something and I don't, I'm not going to go, oh, well, it's overhyped. Like Longlegs.
I'm a little different. I'm so if I feel a movie is getting it'll taint my judgment sometimes. Like I'm one of people, if it's like everybody loves one thing and I haven't seen it and I just feel like, okay, I mean it looks interesting, but is it the best? Like everybody's over. I think Longlegs goes into I haven't seen Longlegs, but it's one of these things where I've not heard one bad review on Longlegs. It's this amazing thing. And it's only recently, within the past like couple weeks, it's been like, yeah, it's really not that.
But I always caution, like I try to keep my expectations in check, especially when people are like glowing about a movie. I'm like, okay, I want to make up my own decision. If this is a movie that I feel like I really like, then I want to be the one to formulate that opinion, not it be influenced by, like reviews or things like that, because everyone's taste is different. It's all subjective.
We also live like Chase said it in the chat, negativity gets attention. And I do feel like, especially with like YouTube culture, like not our circle of physical media, but just in general with reviewers, people are making bank of just negativity in reviews. Like they're making livings off of it. Like it's a whole culture of that.
Dude, we're living in a pick me type world now where, I mean, man, it's insane how
Where people
negativity
are
gets so
showing
far
up
now.
to award shows and with houses on their head.
Yeah, dude. Have you noticed that, man? Where it's, I mean, between the way people act, dress. I mean, it's just it's a circus, man. Again, it sucks that we now reward, like no talent, and we will reward these people that don't contribute anything, and then like everybody else that's actually making content and making good stuff, they just get pushed in the back and just kind of hidden from the supposed algorithm. I mean, you even see that on Instagram. Like they're constantly like, that happened to 80s Made. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but his account, dude, just got deleted all of a sudden, and the
Wait,
dude
what?
never posted. Yeah, 80s Made his Instagram. It
His,
got
his Instagram and Facebook got deleted.
completely out of nowhere, no warning, nothing, dude. Like it happened a few days ago, and it sucks because the dude. I mean, we've all talked to him, and coolest dude. He never puts anything like political, anything crazy. Like he's just very positive, just talks about movies.
Is
And
his YouTube still up? I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
right?
his YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he just got hacked is his problem.
That sounds like a hack. If both of them got deleted, damn, that sucks. I didn't hear about that.
To bounce off GC's point though, okay, so our House of a Thousand Corpses episode, Brian, you and I went into like shot structure and composition, and we went into all this deep stuff, right? Like, like we can talk about blocking, and some people know what that is, some people don't, right? We can, and like Chase being a filmmaker, you being a filmmaker, like me just having a love for movies. Like, I feel like there's a certain level of knowledge that allows you to then like talk about something at a certain level. It's like, I feel like most of the critics nowadays, if you go up to them and you say like, oh, something about it, they don't know what you're talking about. You talk about a dolly or you talk about any technical thing to making a movie, they don't know. They're just people who talk on the internet. There's no knowledge of what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like, that's what bothers me is like, and that's why I always encourage people. Like, I'm like, dude, learn about movies that you love. Like, read the booklets, watch the behind the scenes, like just learn about, like, read books. Like, I encourage you to, because the more I learned about filmmaking, my views on movies changed so much. You know what I mean? It changed. I'm watching movies now that I haven't seen in 10 years that I see in a whole new light because of where I'm at now as far as like what I've learned about movies and how to watch movies. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, how did I not? I went through it with Drive. I didn't like Drive the first time I ever saw it. And then years later, I revisited it, and it was just like a couple years ago, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this movie's fucking great from just from a technical point of view. You know what I mean? Like,
I always try to champion never just give something a write off the first time you see it. Now I know there are movies that I like that, like Alien Romulus. I'm like, yeah, I made a whole review about it, but I do plan to go back and revisit it to be like maybe a second movie. Now that I know what it's about, it may change my experience. Because I had tons of movies that I hated the first time I saw it, hated it, and now I'm like, damn, I watch this 2 or 3 times a year.
Where were you guys on Romulus? I don't remember if we talked about this.
I didn't like it.
I liked a lot of it. I haven't revisited yet. I haven't gotten to the point where I feel like I need to yet. I'm still kind of letting it
marinate.
It's TikTokers in space.
Yeah.
I think what's best to come from Fede Alvarez is what's going to come next, because he's really breaking off of like having to, like, Alien Romulus is his callback and his referential, and it's very like you bringing back lines. This next movie is supposed to be a lot less of that and more moving into his. So I think that's where we're going to see the best version of what he's to come. But also too, man, when it comes to newer movies, I always have to question like how much is interference. Like,
well, here's the thing with Alien Romulus too, which they spent so much time promoting that movie on practical effects, and it's one of 5 movies that gets nominated for best visual effects at the Oscars.
There was like just a few minor things in that the callbacks were the only thing that I felt like really kind of hampered it because
because he didn't deliver that "get away from her, you bitch" line. It was like "get away
oh
from
my
her."
god, that's like the
you
one that just like
pause
drives me
bitch.
nuts.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
was too much.
there's a lot of cool things in that movie. Like I think that shooting sequence, the shootout when she's killing the alien. I love the
Yeah.
nod to aliens by cutting the practical alien heads, squibbing
Mhm.
open and all. Like I think that scene alone belongs in the pantheon of alien history. Of like, this is a great alien moment.
It's a gorgeous film too.
Yeah, and I think what was the android's name? I forget his name. I thought he was fantastic.
I thought him as an actor, amazing. I didn't like. I liked his arc. I didn't like the line delivery, the callback, and I didn't like the. There was too much tell and not show. The whole thing with Rourke, the android that came back. I was hyped when it was just sitting on the floor and it was just his head, and it was kind of like you knew that was him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to bring him back, and then they had to make him a main character. And then I'm like, you're going way too far. Can we not? Like, what happened to show don't tell? Like, remember the things where it's like it's an Easter egg and you get excited to see it, and then it's like, oh, remember this Easter egg? Here's it up front for you. Let me show you and let me talk you through it.
He should have been a voice, and that's it.
It should have just been a voice on a computer. Like,
I just wish they would have. I am glad that they listen. I know that it's really obnoxious that they have to go back and fix stuff post the movie being out, but I will say at least what they did fix does look a little bit like better compared to what I saw in the movie theater. Because I don't know, that was kind of,
it was bad.
Who signed off on that?
I'll be honest, bro. I respect that decision to like take that time to go in and be like, okay, look, yeah, we didn't get this done right. Like, let's see if we can, I
respect that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because that's and I hate, and a lot of that too, though. If you had kept everything with Ian Holm at a distance,
the wide shots were great.
Yeah,
why got up close?
Why did we need like these super? You could have. Again, we're talking about blocking and shot choice. If you had just kept it at a distance, it would have been perfectly fine. We did not need these 5-second close-ups of him talking. We didn't need that, and it kept doing it. And I'm like, why are we doing? Like, there's nothing else happening in this room that we can cover right now. There's nothing else anywhere. Like
the 1979 effect of you see his head over the table in the bad prosthetic. You can tell looks better than this deep fake version of him.
You guys, okay, so that brings me to another point: is where you guys at on them bringing back actors or actresses that passed away? Because to me, I just feel like
it depends.
You have to do it tastefully.
You got to do it tastefully. I think in Star Wars, they did it in Rogue One. It was done the best, I think, there.
No, honestly, bro, Ghostbusters Afterlife did it the best.
He didn't talk. That's why it sold.
Yeah, and it was really like it was a great moment.
It was a great reveal. Yes.
So I think that, and it wasn't, and for being like a floating soul almost, it looked incredible. Like
it did.
I was like, man, you could have told me Harold Ramis was still alive, and this is that they used him for, like, he looked amazing in what they did. And it
was a big part. I haven't seen it, but like, is it a big part, or is it just kind of?
He shows up at the end, and he helps hold the blaster, and then
that's fun.
They get a chance. He doesn't talk. They get a chance to say like their piece, and he gets to like hug his daughter, and then literally the ending of the movie is he goes away and the camera pans up and it says "For Harold," and then the credits. It's like a beautiful send-off for him, dude. It was really good.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie either, so that's.
And then Ice Empire, whatever, that shit was fucking awful, dude.
Which one?
Whatever the other one was, Ice Age or whatever. The second,
no good.
Nah, dude, awful, awful.
Well,
Don't
to
mention it.
change the subject, I was looking at this Night of the Creeps.
No.
Oh, did you find another flaw?
Okay, is that flamethrower look weird at all?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
It's
Let me look up.
backwards.
Hold on. Let me look up the original poster.
Is that the original? Hold on, I have the original Blu-ray here somewhere. Is that on the original?
It is that way on the original.
Yeah, it's probably that way on
Really?
the original.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is that way.
I've never noticed that. Yeah, it's backwards.
it's backwards.
Dude, somebody printed that one on purpose. They're like, we're gonna put it backwards. You'll never notice.
Did you have a chance to watch that? I know. Like outside of the shipping.
Now I'm kind of bitter right now.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Jordan's in a state of mourning.
He's like, I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait 3 weeks until they give me another one.
But you want to talk about great way to
I
use
probably
it?
will watch it.
Literally, that movie has the little worms are on a string, and they rip them through. Like that's how simple. You know what I mean? Like I just wish I missed those days. But also too, like there's a lot of shit back then that like you couldn't see the wires, you couldn't see the magic behind it because of the quality that now. Like I was watching Friday 13 Part 3 the other day, and the eyeball pop, you could see the whole assembly for like the eyeball to shoot out to do the 3D effect.
Dude, I've been considering doing because here's the I've never marathon the Friday the 13th, and I've probably only seen each of them once. So I'm thinking about doing like a whole marathon and like review.
You won't regret it.
Especially because I was thinking about watching Jason Goes to Hell or Jason X the other day, and then our buddy Keith posted on Instagram from High Volume. Did High Volume video?
Yeah.
That he was watching. Like I was just about to watch that because I'm doing the same. I'm doing Friday the 13th because I'm like I'm kind of watching it for the first time. I've only seen a few of them once. I've never seen them all, and I'm gonna do it with Jaws because I just really don't like Jaws. So I'm gonna redo.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen the second, third, or fourth, but I think the first one I never got into it.
Yeah, I do the Friday 13th movies. Like they're just you just gotta like have fun. Don't look at them in any other way than just.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I watch them to see the camp girls get naked and die. Really.
Yeah, like that's the charm of it. It's very like Friday 13th. So for me, Jason Lives is my favorite. So 6 and then Final Chapter.
I've never seen Jason Goes to Manhattan, but that clip, I keep that meme online of. You ever seen that meme of somebody just playing music on the radio and Jason comes and just kicks it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to see the movie because I keep seeing that and it cracks me up.
Jason Takes Manhattan is great because 99% of that movie's on a boat.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
And then it was all in Canada too. They were in New York for literally that one Times Square thing. The rest of it's in Canada. So
say 90% of everything you see on TV is filmed in Toronto and Vancouver. Anyway,
yeah,
everything CW is Canada.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this since we're on the subject. I had this conversation with Jeff at John Doe earlier. Where do y'all is Freddy vs. Jason a Jason movie or a Friday movie or a nightmare movie?
It's a nightmare movie, I think. But
yeah, I think so.
Don't they push it though as a Friday 13th movie?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I'm saying because we were talking. I'm like, it's in the set for Friday. It's in the Screenbox set that I have. It's in the whole lineup for the Arrow releasing all the Friday movies because that's a new line. But we're getting the complete Nightmare thing, and that's not part of it. So I'm like, is it really considered a Friday movie more than a Nightmare movie?
I think it's more of a nightmare movie.
To me, when I watch it, it feels like a nightmare movie. But the way it's put in packages and collections, it feels like it's a Jason.
Well,
like, that's the collection it should go in.
So according to Cliff McMillan in this interview with Christian from Planet CHH, New Line agreed to let them put Freddy vs. Jason in the Friday 13th box set, but only if they use the previously pressed disc. So the disc that's in that set is an old disc that they just had already printed. They did not let them print new copies of it.
Okay, so that's another point I didn't know. So yeah, so Freddy vs. Jason is New Line. All the other Freddy Nightmares are New Line.
But
the beginning Fridays are all Paramount.
Yeah, Jason, New Line Jason starts at Jason Goes to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Arrow's putting them out, because that's a New Line deal. Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Yeah. Do you think I'm asking, and I'll ask this to y'all before, because it's not going to be for another month. I was considering putting because I'm like working on boxes and stuff. I was thinking about putting a box together for the Arrow editions of what's coming out. And everything, because there's going to be 4 of them. And I was working on artwork, but I was thinking, do you think, because it's New Line, do you think Arrow might put out a Nightmare set because it's New Line?
No. So if I
wish.
No,
if I remember,
I don't think they will.
No, if I remember correctly, when in Jason Goes to Hell, they did the glove thing because of like New Line, but there was some weird thing in the deal. Like it was like Paramount was involved somehow, but New Line said, we want like majority almost of this going forward.
And they were like,
it was some interesting, like some crazy deal. That's why New Line like headed those from there on. I don't think New Line is gonna let. I think New Line Friday the 13th is a different New Line than New Line Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think there's a split, there's a gap there that I don't think Arrow will do a Nightmare, because Cliff McMillan said in that interview that Scream Factory once tried very briefly to do Nightmare on Elm Street, and New Line was like, nope, nobody's getting this. Like you're not.
Their quote was, "This is still an active franchise."
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising though, because if anything, I mean, if they saw the success of the Friday the 13th box set, I mean, that was huge when it came out. And I know that they probably don't look at it like that, but it's just, wouldn't you? I mean, that's only beneficial to them to get more eyes on that property, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really. I mean, you have all the shit with Friday the 13th with Victor and Sean Cunningham fighting over all that. So you have all of that going on, hanging over the head of the Friday the 13th franchise. I still don't think that's settled. Last I heard it was, but then more shit came up. I think it's very. How do I put this? To me, the New Line era of Jason is almost like its own franchise. You know what I mean? Like it's treated like its own thing, and I think Arrow doing that is a great separation. I don't need anything more for the Paramount titles than what I got in the Scream Factory box set.
I agree.
And I don't think Arrow would be able to do anything different outside of presentation than what we're going to get from Warner Brothers with Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they might be able to get a couple more interviews. You know what I mean? Like that would be only, and it'd be different packaging. I do think Arrow will do Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh yeah, they've already announced that they've already had a card for it. They haven't really. I think that'll be probably closer to the Nightmare release, because I think they're spreading it. I'm surprised they released Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell at the same time instead of spreading them out.
I mean, it could be. I know there's a lot of control with like the rights on that. Like they have to agree on release dates and all. Because listen, dude, it's so perfect. You have that split artwork going on, and that's building up to the Freddy vs. Jason split artwork. You know what I mean? I'm really interested to talk to. So Uncle Creepy, Steve Barton, is on one of the commentary tracks, and we live in the same town. Like he walks.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he walks like the block, a couple of blocks down from me, and I've talked to him. He's going to come on to the podcast. We're going to do a special episode on Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Nice.
And I'm really interested to hear what he says, because I think Freddy vs. Jason is somewhere down the line. They're probably just working on it's probably a big release. I mean, You have the making of documentary from the DVD that we talked about before.
I
There's
looked on my DVD.
interview.
I didn't see that. I have the 2-disc DVD of Freddy vs. Jason, but I didn't see on the back. I was looking on the back, and
Yeah.
it's a documentary. Unless it's on there, just marked differently.
It's called. Let me see. It was on. Let me pull this up real quick on my end.
I just feel like that cover art's gonna be so sick once it actually gets released.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna make the most sense with the Freddy on one side and Jason on the other. I think that'll look really.
So on the DVD that I'm looking at right now, it's listed as behind the scenes coverage of film design, including screenwriting, set design, makeup, principal photography. It's not like called a documentary.
Okay, so it's probably on because I looked and I didn't see anything that specifically said documentary. So it's probably on there because I have the 2-disc.
It's like an hour and a half long. Like if you just click play all, it's all. Yeah. But I definitely think like that's gonna come because Jeff asked too. He's technically a deadite in like the new line. Technically because the Necronomicon's the only thing that could kill him in Jason Goes to Hell. So
I'm itching to get a little bit more details on that Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I feel like we bring this up on every chat, but it's like I feel like they got to put out something. I would hope.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the other things are because with the Nightmare on Elm Street last year, it was the big box set from Zabby, and then a few months later, it was just the Steelbook and the slipcover edition. But I'm like, this is 7 movies in one. Are they gonna? They're not gonna be the only person. Well, it's not like Orbit will get it, and it'll be like a few things. But you think there's got to be other editions besides the Steelbook one coming, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they'll probably do.
They're gonna milk this thing. Is what they're gonna do.
They're gonna do individual slips. They're gonna do a standard box. They're gonna do the Steelbook set. It's gonna be
like I said though, and I've said this before. I hope they do the chunky box, the Ultimate Collector's Edition ones. For each one, dude.
If they do that, I'm gonna have to go back and get because I only got the Steelbook for the first one.
What's amazing is that first one is still hanging around.
Yeah, I know, but it's still like $70.
Yeah, dude. Even if
7 times 7, that's gonna be like $500 for all of that together.
Yeah, that's gonna be expensive. Bro.
Yeah, if they all come in
again, hopefully.
Dude, like I remember rushing to get the Scream Factory Friday 13th set, and that shit's still, you could buy that at any time. Brand new.
I love that box set. Like that might be the crown jewel. I feel like out of my collection.
Yeah, I had a subscriber sent that to me, and I was shocked. I had to look it up online to see how much it cost. I was shocked.
I watched you do that video, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Somebody sent him that. I mean,
somebody who's never seen the movies and not really that big on horror, I was like, "Wow!" Now I have to watch it.
I had to take a moment because I was like, man, Brian's my buddy. I was like, would I buy this for him and send it to him? Like, I was like, I would, but I also know you. So like, you know what I mean? Like as my friend, I would be like, damn, I got to spend some money, but I would do that, bro.
I just hope that was like an extra one because it wasn't new. It was used. It wasn't new. It was used.
Mm-hmm.
So, thankfully, because I would have felt really, really bad. And I haven't. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna do a video watching them all, but I'm getting closer to like the other releases.
Yeah. Jeff's comment here. I think there's some signs that they're gonna do it right. One being the director.
Well, they brought the director back. They've been talking about bringing the directors back. I mean, they got. Well, it's not Arrow, because I was gonna say they got Remy Harlan's Deep Blue Sea good. I think the transfer.
This is WB.
This is WB, yeah.
Well, but we know the director of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead.
Yeah, came back and
did the transfer, and they're talking about how all the movies are going to be uncut. So yeah, I think they're going to do it right. I don't expect it to be as expansive as what you're going to get from a boutique, but I think you're going to get
I don't care about that right now. I just want the movies in them. I feel like it's time we get it. I mean, we don't even have all the Friday the 13th on 4K. What do we have? Like 1 and 2, and then the last half coming.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm also kind of like keeping myself like a little at bay with it. There's still so much that hasn't even had a Blu-ray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's more. I've been purging the collection, and I'm not getting rid of anything big, but like as I go through the collection, I'm like, yeah, it's or like I was looking at the Paramount Scares box sets, and I'm looking at those because they're on sale right now, and I was like, I don't know, man. I have no need for Friday the 13th movies on 4K because what interests me most about the Arrow ones are the extras.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I really don't care about the 4Ks. That's not like the selling point for me. The selling point is the booklet, the bonus features, getting Adam Marcus back to talk about the movie, the new commentaries, and them just getting a nice release. You know what I mean?
Well, don't the Screen Factories, like the first 3 on Blu-ray, have 4K scans?
They are, yeah.
I think
is it the first 3 or is it the first 4?
It might be the first 4. Yeah, I remember a few. The first couple had,
or it's the first 2. It might be,
and they look great. Like the Blu-rays look phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Jordan, I think the first 2 may have 4K, then the others are 2K.
I think so, because I remember popping on 3 after I watched the second one. I was like, what in the world? I mean, there was a drop.
Yeah,
and so yeah, that makes sense.
I remember watching, and I don't remember who it was, but I remember watching a review of the first Friday the 13th on 4K. And 9 minutes of this review was about how there's clipping in the sky in the highlights. And that's what ruined the 4K.
Maybe they need to do something with their TV. That's what that sounds like to me.
I was like, bro, that's what you're worried about is this clipping and a highlight like up. You know what I mean? Like this is what. So let's get into this real quick though, because this is a big one. So we have the Beyond, obviously, coming out.
Yeah, we keep coming back and going away from
them. Yeah. We gotta do that. We talked about this so much. And Lucio Fulci, historically, fantastic 4Ks.
Yeah.
Right? Like incredible 4K transfers. This Beyond release, and I think we all, outside of Brian and GC, I think we all got this, right?
Yeah.
I
think GC jumped on it.
Oh, yeah, I bought.
Right.
That's right.
You get it.
I bought it. I think like probably at the same time as Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, because you posted the link.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
By the way, before we go to this, talk about the Beyond. Remember how I was like, dude, I'm not getting that what you call it, the email.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I reached out to I don't remember his Dan something. I can't remember his name, but I was talking to him and he's like, dude, no, I don't have an email for you. It's not pre-ordered. So I jumped in. When I pre-ordered it, I connected my PayPal and everything. I never hit the final place order.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
So, but I have it now. So it's all good.
Let's break this down because I'm looking at it now. So we have a 6-disc collector's edition. That's a 1 4K disc, 3 Blu-rays, a DVD, and a soundtrack CD. Okay. This is a 4K scan from the original Technoscope camera negative. And this does feature the composer's cut, which the movie is the same for people who don't know what this is. The movie, it's the same exact movie. It's just the score is different. And there's mixed reactions to this. Some people really like it. Some people don't like it because I think Fabrizio redid the score a little bit. So some people like the new cues, some people don't. That's on here though, and that's with a 5.1 DTS Master Audio Sound Remix. Fabio Frizzi is his name, yeah. The 4K will contain the original theatrical and the composer's cut. 3 separate commentary tracks. So we have one with 2 of the stars. We have a makeup artist and a cinematographer. There's a ton of interviews. Like if you're a fan of interviews, they're all here. Fucking literally everybody. There's a 100-page book by Euro horror experts. And then this is the most interesting thing to me. So there is a bonus DVD for the 7 Doors of Death, which is the Aquarius Pictures version of this movie presented in its original Dolby Stereo mix. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea what that is. And people were really excited about that. And I was like, wait, do I not know shit about this?
I mean, I feel like that's like the ultimate edition that you would ever need.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
And bro, I'm not even done. Bonus CD with the new composer's cut. You have the debossed, the Book of Ebon packaging, the slipcover that's going to be inside, which is the artwork that was shared a couple months ago by Grindhouse. And then it just says, and other surprises.
And an eyeball.
And an eyeball.
And an eyeball. Is that like a stress eyeball, you think?
Could be. Yeah. Yeah. So, and that ships out. That's going to be shipping out next month.
Oh, wait. Did they have a counter on this? I don't
Yeah, what's it at right now? It was like at 129 right when we started.
So
it's at 66 right now.
Oh,
weird. What?
I shouldn't have looked at it.
You said 66?
Yeah.
What side is this?
On Grindhouse releasing.
Brian, just get it.
I'm watching the trailer and I'm like, not for $66 for a movie I've never seen.
Didn't you guys do PayPal and 4 or something?
Let me see.
Just so see it on the website. Hold on, I don't see it.
The 7 Doors of Death. The 7 Doors of Death cut is an edited US version featuring a different musical score and a shorter runtime with gore scenes removed to achieve an R instead of an X rating.
Oh.
That's why it's on DVD.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna watch it.
I've never
see. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Okay.
I've never seen the movie, but when Chris and Steven said you need to do it, I had to, dude, because I mean, you guys have yet to steer me wrong, and I saw that box set and I was like, that is beautiful. It's like a zombie movie. Hell yeah.
Anything Italian horror. That's exactly why I got this.
Oh, dude, eyeball is.
That's so
it's Italian horror.
It's Lucio Fulci.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing though, because like for you guys that have seen it, you know, like the causeway scene that they have in the film, like the long bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That I actually because I actually had my bachelor party in New Orleans, and driving down that, like
on the Poncha train, yeah, that's a long bridge, bro.
Oh my god, I was like, because I had been down there one other time before for some reason. I was like amped up on coffee, and we're driving. You can't see shit, and I'm like, man, this is kind of scary. Like, there's not much separating me from just the open water at this point, but yeah, it's pretty wild. Like, it's cool to.
Is that shot in the movie has the girl and the German Shepherd?
Yep.
Okay.
Dude,
it's so long.
Fulci is so influential on everything like modern horror, man. He had such a unique approach to everything. Even his worst movies are incredibly interesting, and he doesn't have many like worst movies. But like the guy just had such a unique way of shooting everything. And I mean, his gore is iconic. Like people know Fulci just for his gore and how impactful it is. And even some of it, like you saw the Sweet House of Horrors and that, or House of Clocks. Even when he's not working with great makeup effects artists, the way it's shot is still.
Dude, the House of Clocks, that movie, I love that movie. That movie's phenomenal.
Yeah. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
He just has a way. To me, it's sort of like it's also like I kind of put Sergio Martini in the same. Like Sergio Martini shoots violence so impactful. It's just the way that you shoot it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like The Perfect Marriage is like Carpenter and Rob Bottin for The Thing. It's like, or Tom Savini with any. Whoa!
Hey,
bless you.
Bless you.
Whoa! Thank y'all. There has to be a marriage between the director and your effects artist on how to shoot and to sell the effect. And that's why Tom Savini works so well with so many people, because they listen to him on how to shoot it. Same with Rob Bottin for The Thing.
I will say though that like if you're comparing between Argento and Fulci, I feel like I lean more towards Lucio Fulci's films. Like there's just something about it's like something out of like a nightmare. Every one of them. It's so creepy, and it's just like I don't know what kind of headspace somebody has to be in to create these type of movies, but it's like you're watching basically like a fever dream. It's like the scariest shit.
Yeah, Argento is very fantastic. It's very fantastical, and like especially with the colors. Fulci is grounded, but it's like a nightmare, man. It's like it's just like it kind of like gets ingrained in your psyche, and you're like, oh, what is happening? Like
I'm watching it on Tubi for the rest of this thing while we talk. because this thing's gonna be. I'm not gonna get it.
I think it's on like Peacock or something.
It's on Tubi.
Oh, okay.
And YouTube. I think Keith was watching on YouTube. When was it? Yesterday or something? He was watching.
I think all three of them are on YouTube. I think that's where he was watching them.
Yeah.
Like 88 Films just started their work on Murder Rock.
And they're actually colored. They're like, I'm like, one. So who's the other one? Is it Severance or who's the other one doing it?
Vinegar Syndrome.
But who's doing the restoration? Are they two different? Because 88 posted a picture of them doing the color grade.
I saw that.
The Vinegar Syndrome one's already done because they have boxes of it in the warehouse. So,
which one are you guys going with? I mean, I don't know if you guys are planning on getting it. But
I'm doing 88.
88.
I forget. Did I order the 88 one? I don't know if that's come. No, that one just got announced. I don't think it's come up on my review list yet to get it.
Hey, if there's anyone that you like, Short Night of Glass Dolls is the one that really
I passed on that one.
That one, I think I want to do Celluloid Dreams for that one.
Yeah. Dude, Case of the Bloody Iris is like I like imagine that being your debut as a label. Like how good that must feel, dude.
They're cooking. They've got the Black Belly of the Tarantula that I don't know when that's coming out. Probably, I think maybe in the year. But man, 3 for 3.
4 Celluloid Dreams for the Case of the Bloody Iris. If I wish to get it from them, is all the stuff or like do they still have the slip, everything available, or is it like?
I think so.
All that additional stuff is gone now.
Well, I think the only thing you won't get is the giant lobby cards.
Oh,
yeah.
I know that with like with the website, the slip was a website exclusive, but for Short Night of Glass Dolls, that slip included for all of them then, regardless of where you're getting it? That's what I was wondering.
So I was talking to the movie room about that, and he said he was going to find out, but I hadn't heard anything. He says he believes so though.
Okay.
Because he's ordering them from the site from them.
Oh, okay.
When is Short Night of Glass? I feel like I pre-ordered that months ago.
I think is that a March? Some of this stuff got pushed back because I know I got Miracles, that Jackie Chan one coming in, but that was originally supposed to be for March and now it's April. So maybe it got pushed back. I got Night Train Murders coming in, and
yeah, that's a good one.
Incubus, the
Slasher Classics.
Yeah, the Slasher Classic one.
Dude, I pre-ordered Short Night of Glass Dolls on November 4th.
Really?
Well,
where'd you order it from?
From them.
Have you looked on Orbit to see if they're like in stock anywhere to see?
I got it from the room last night.
This one also comes with a 64-page booklet. Let's see. It says in here, I'm looking at an email I got from them last week.
I'm looking at Celluloid Dreams to pick up the Case for the Bloody Iris. $25 shipping.
I know that
what was in the world, like
for who? For Celluloid Dreams.
Mm-hmm. It's $40 for the release. I was like, oh, dude, that's good. Oh, geez, $65 after shipping.
I don't know if you saw this, Steve, but in addition to the lobby cards, as long as supplies last, direct orders are also shipping with an original film strip of 10 frames for Short Night of Glass Dolls.
Damn, hopefully it comes with the movie. You said the movie room's getting it directly from the site.
That's what he said.
Fingers crossed.
But I'm still waiting for confirmation from him.
all I want is I just want to make sure that like the one I get, I just want to make sure it comes with the slipcover because the one for the Case of Blade Iris was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is that the English title on the spine puts it backwards on the shelf.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah, that's my only gripe with it. But other than that, it's perfect.
Well, here I want to. You guys want to answer that question?
I hope so. I'd be so happy about that because I was going to bring up that. And you guys think that speaking of other franchises, like what about Phantasm or Leprechaun? Do you guys think those would get 4Ks?
Well, Phantasm got a 4K overseas in a media book.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they'll do like a US release then for it, or?
I think so. Oh, April 29th, by the way, Short Night of Glass Dolls comes out.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I figured that got pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Destination. I
would have got it
I
for you.
really think they will.
I do think Phantasm will get a US 4K eventually.
Oh yeah, it will. I think all De Palmas.
Wait, I just found this. Short Night of Glass Dolls does not have a slipcover. It is a high quality side loaded slipcase.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah,
that includes a 64-page booklet.
Yeah, it's like a chunky. It's like it's probably like their
Who is this for through 88 or Celluloid
Dreams?
Oh, for Celluloid Dreams.
This is Celluloid Dreams.
Okay.
It says at the bottom here, Celluloid Dreams is proud to present this newly scanned version restored in 4K from the original camera negative, along with countless extras in a high-quality side-loaded slipcase that also contains a 64-page booklet. Note, this release does not have a slipcover.
There you go.
So
it's just a hard outer box to it then?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard outer box with a side.
Think of it like, like Arrow or
like TerraVisions, right? The way
like that. I think
okay.
it's like that.
Hard. That sounds good to me.
And then it comes with just that.
Guys, this is a yellow ass movie, by the way.
What, The Beyond?
Yeah, the beginning. It's very yellow. It reminds me of a silent movie. I'm not listening to it with audio, but I'm like, it's very yellow. It reminds me of a silent movie.
On Tubi, you're probably watching the 7 Doors of Death Cut, bro. You're probably watching like the oldest transfer.
You don't know what you're getting on Tubi.
Bro, this shit is yellow.
Bro, that shit was recorded on a phone, like off of another Oh my god. The Mount Rushmore of physical media.
I don't know about that, but thanks.
Thanks, man.
2 hours and 17 minutes ago, I think I called us the Backseat Boys. So
Backseat
we're moving up in the world, bro.
Brian, real quick, Brian and I were talking about this the other day about Arrow possibly putting out the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake.
Oh yes, please.
That would be that would be a dream.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
putting that out. And what made me think about that is Slipcover Steve. Now, I always say with him, I can't tell if he's serious with his stuff or some of his information is just being satire. But he did talk about how he heard that we were supposed to be getting the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the 2003.
Oh, I saw that.
He was talking about he had like 3 of them. He had said that he heard that was coming out.
I rewatched
the other titles because I heard about the Texas Chainsaw remake.
It was that. Was it the beginning? I think he had said
we need an uncut of the beginning on Blu-ray that's not out of print, because that's the only reason I will not get that Blu-ray. Because I got that. Yeah, you have it.
It's a Canadian release.
It's a Canadian release. I have the DVD, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch the theatrical.
I have really high hopes for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake one because that movie is shot beautifully.
It's beautiful. Yeah, oh yeah, it's shot on film.
Yeah, so Daniel Pearl.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, because we talked about this before, Daniel Pearl, who shot the 03 remake, shot the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Same cinematographer. Yep. Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever watch Dinner with Leatherface, that documentary yet?
I want to.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, dude, it's good.
Yeah, I
checked it out. It was really, really good.
Those new Anchor Bay titles are like not not my speed. For like Daddy and the one about the guy who jerks off in socks. I don't know.
American Pie.
No, whatever the one in the laundromat is.
What was the
What's the
Abruptio?
one, what's it called?
Abruptio, the puppet. It's all puppetry.
Not my
Brian,
not my speed.
quick question, man. What about if they made an American Pie version, but like horror, kind of like they did with Winnie the Pooh and all that, where it's like, did you? I'm sure you guys all saw the movie Teeth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
So
been a
it would be like that.
If you see my Deep Blue Sea video, you know I've seen it.
Which one?
I
Teeth?
that's funny you say that. I was watching that last night. I was like, dude, this video essay like really got to him.
Yo, he was listen, I think there could be an American Pie slasher as long as the Shermanator is our killer.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I was thinking of today? And I might make a video on like a series of 2 movies to mash together. I'm watching Uncle Buck last night, right? Amazing 4K scan transfer, whatever. But like Uncle Buck meets Die Hard. I'm like, because the mom hates him so much, doesn't want him in the house with the kids. Like, could you imagine like something happens and burglars break in and he's got to be I don't know. I just thought like Uncle Buck meets Die Hard would be a cool.
I think we mash Uncle Buck and Dante's Peak. They live on the mountain. The parents go down to the town. Uncle Buck's got to get the kids to the bottom of the mountain.
I'll take anything with the Buck.
But you throw in the burglars while they're trying to get down the mountain.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I think this is it's like my Spider-Man idea from our group chat.
Oh, yeah. Well, they talked about that if you in a way with what was it? No Way Home. And Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, he talked about how he quit holding his punches there after I'm like, dude, I want to see that.
So Brian, just so you know, I was watching Amazing Spider-Man, and it was that whole sequence when he's kind of learning and he's
with the skateboard and everything. And
I was like, dude, I would love a dark Spider-Man movie that is rated R and violent of just the time where he's hunting down criminals one by one to find Uncle Ben's killer.
That would be
like, but not like, not PG-13, like straight up, like just murdering people to find.
Like The Last Ronin.
Do y'all watch Corridor Digital on YouTube?
Yeah.
Y'all ever seen there when they make movies rated R?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dude, the civil or the Winter Soldier one.
Yeah.
He
splits the guy in half. Yeah.
No, but I was gonna say this earlier. I know people don't like give Amazing Spider-Man 2 like shit for. I love Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that scene at the end with the Rhino and the little boy, and then the camera just does a 360 shot, and you see the real. That every time I'm like,
hey, I will say I wasn't on the like live because I was dealing with my internet when you guys were talking about. But yes, Amazing Spider-Man's my favorite. I think that's the best one.
Amazing, because I didn't care for the Toby ones. I still don't. I think I just not a Toby
I
fan.
like them. I think that especially if you want to go comic accurate, dude, the suit in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, for me, it's the end shot of Amazing Spider-Man, of him in front of the moon, and it's like I don't know how they got the color.
No. That's Spider-Man 1 is the moon. The last shot of Spider-Man 2 is when he's doing that 360 with the Rhino and he's just about to hit him. And then
no, I'm talking about the first one. That final shot in front of the moon.
Yes,
is incredible,
dude. The way that I'm not gonna lie, that first and second one are shot so well. Like the way they're done by director Mark Webb is done so well. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see Snow White just for the cinematography and how the style of it. Even though I know that movie's gonna suck, but the Spider-Man movies the amazing ones just look so good, especially that first one.
Well, what about in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 when they're in Times Square? That whole shot between him and Electro.
When the slow-mo, the thing just comes and creeps up the stairs and everything.
It's beautifully shot.
Extremely beautifully shot.
weird take, but I'm really excited for the new Lilo and Stitch movie.
Dude, yes.
Dude, it's directed by the guy who did Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
I saw that.
I'm like, hell yeah.
I've never seen the cartoon.
It was funny. So when I saw that, I looked over at my wife and I said, "Man, they're really course correcting after the whole Snow White debacle."
Bro, they are
with
pushing
live action movies.
They are pushing Lilo hard right now in front of
Wait,
Snow White.
If you guys Google Lilo and Stitch 2025 runtime, it's listed right now. Oh, they changed it. Oh, they changed it. It was listed for 2 hours and 35 minutes. Now it's down to AMC was reporting it as 2 hours and 25 minutes long, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great Lilo and Stitch. Now it's down to 1 hour and 48 minutes. But
that is great. Speaking of Disney, I did spend like $50 on the new Moana 2 Steelbook coming in Tuesday.
Yeah, but you won't spend $66.66 on the Beyond 4K.
I'm watching it right now, and it's a
bullet, man. Don't be scared.
Just do it. Trust
dude.
them.
I don't even want to watch this on Tubi right now.
I wouldn't either. I would want to watch it on the new 6666 Grindhouse releasing.
Is it on a 66 gigabyte disc too?
Brian, there's only 66 copies left, so I'd make moves.
And now there was like 63 10 minutes ago when I looked.
I'm looking right now.
I'm watching it right now. I'm like, I'm not buying this. Though I will say one thing that stood out to me that I thought, oh, this would look amazing in 4K. When she's reading the book and it finally goes to color and the fire comes up, I'm like, okay, that would look cool.
44 left.
Yeah, no. Dude, that thing's gonna be $300 on eBay in like 2 hours.
Yeah, bro, you're getting to the point where like people are gonna start swooping in and
yeah,
once you get
people
down,
are literally gonna start like scalping it right now, bro. I think I said this earlier, but to finish the story of it, one of my subscribers sent me a picture. He sold his Daylight 4K for $190.
Good Lord!
An hour after posting it. A couple hours later, he gets an email saying that the guy wants a refund because in the message him saying his wife saw the thing and got pissed at him for buying that movie. He's like, "No, I'm shipping it. Sorry."
It's already shipped.
It's already shipped. Label's already bought. Sorry, guy.
Yo, is it bad that with Vinegar Syndrome now, when they do announcements, I don't even look at what the Vinegar Syndrome announcements are. I just go straight to Shudder because I don't care what Vinegar Syndrome is putting out anymore outside of that.
I go straight to I go straight to Tubi to see if they're on Tubi to see if they're worth watching before
I have you guys noticed though, like with Vinegar Syndrome's titles, a lot of them, it feels like there's a lot of like crossover between 88 films, especially with like some of the Giallo or like the Italian horror titles.
Yeah, they're releasing a lot of the same titles, but I think it's a territory thing. Because here's the thing: 88. A lot of people give crap for that, but I'm like, 88 is primarily a U-based release
for sure.
So we know about it here in the States, but for a lot of like Masters of the Universe, a lot of people are like, why did that come out? We already got it from so and so and so and so. Well, it's the first time it's ever on Blu-ray in the UK.
Yeah,
we're just looking at like, oh, it's cool packaging, but we already have it, So that's their big thing. I think the licensing thing is more of a UK thing. Because look at American Pie. American Pie is not even available on 4K, even digitally here in the States yet.
That's true.
I
was going to say, Night Train Murders, I know that had a Vinegar Syndrome release. I got that, but then I saw the 88 Films has one coming up, and it's like, I really do like 88 Films for a lot of their releases. So I'm like, do I just grab that? And like Rats too.
Severin did Night Train Murders.
Oh, that's what I meant. Not
it's like Severin and 88 Films tend to do a lot of the same.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Species too. Shout just did, or Scream just did Species like last year, and now 88's getting ready to do.
You guys picking up Species when that comes out? I think I might grab.
I'm gonna get the 88 box set.
Bro, Brian's gonna do a whole video about Natasha Henchard on that after the next show.
Dude, my Sex and Zen video got restricted. Got age blocked.
Yeah, bro. Well, Sex and Zen has crazy shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I just got in. What did I get in? I just got in The Lady Assassin.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No, I've watched it 5 times, but never with the audio on. Seriously, bro, that movie is so like it's Kill Bill. Like I see just Kill Bill. Like it's my first Shaw Brothers movie. I've never seen a Shaw Brothers movie. And I'm watching in the background. I have not listened to it with audio, but I've watched it 5 times. With just the fight scenes are dope as hell.
Bro, I was watching one of the Bruceploitation movies. I'll have to remember which one it was, but I randomly picked it out of the Bruceploitation Severin box set. And I'm like, oh, this should be a nice, appropriate movie. And I'm like sitting with my wife. And then all of a sudden there's a scene where he's fighting 100 topless women. And I'm like, what is this?
What movie do I need to buy?
Hold on, let me see. It's only available in a box set, I think. But now here I am on the Lady Assassin trying to figure out what this. If I got to watch this movie.
It's got a lot of dope ass fight scenes, like the cinematography and stuff. I'm like, it's really dope.
Oh, it's Cantonese.
Yeah.
Ip Man. Oh man.
You guys think that Lamberto Bava box set? Do you think that's going to come out in April?
I hope so.
I asked about it at the table at NJ HorrorCon. I asked if it was still on track, and he said there was no delays.
Oh, thank God.
39 left. It's gonna be gone by the time we get off this chat, and just wait till it sells out. Like,
oh man, dude! I'm happy to see Grindhouse releasing, getting the attention they are though for doing
38.
I think I think this is the new trend. It's going with boutiques. People got to out package other people.
Yeah.
Like that's really kind of like 88 is a massive thing with packaging, even though there are transfers or some of them the same or replicas. I will say some are different though, Steven. The From Beyond is Vinegar Syndrome and 88 put it on different disc.
Yo,
so is any different compared like the two transfers? Because like that's what I'm wondering about Night Train Murders. I'm debating on picking up the 88 Films.
I think the 88 artwork looks better on Night Train Murders. I went and looked at the Vinegar Syndrome one, and I was like, and I didn't like the art on it.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's a separate
one. Yeah, that one didn't. I didn't like that one.
It's super underwhelming. I'm like, this doesn't. I don't think that this does justice to
the movie.
But yeah, Severin doesn't do newly commissioned art. They only use original, like in like rare one sheets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, let 88 Films know I'm out here buying old ass limited releases of theirs.
Dude, I'm still buying old ass limited. I want to get that vertical limit with the case with the O case on it.
Vertical like the mountain movie? Vertical limit?
With Chris O'Donnell and Billy. And,
I saw that.
Bill Paxton, love that movie. That movie's so fun. That's a good. It's also got what's his name from The Keep.
I don't know, but Chase brings up a good point.
Just the Blu-ray of the Beyond is $30 on sale, so I guess 66. Crazy for true. That's true. I mean, the box looks insane. It looks like a massive box.
That's my question is because is that box, that packaging, the brown looking, is that the actual outer box what it's going to come in? That's what I'm guessing. Okay.
How do you package 6 discs? Like I'm trying to think of the packaging for 6 discs.
It's got to be 2 different cases. It's got to be 2 different
unless they do 3 on each side.
No, you can get it's like TV series have 6 disc case. I have a few like that, but it's just a big. Let me see. I have one. I have a 5 disc, which is basically the same. The only difference is their thickness of just a 14 millimeter, like in a UK release, because UKs are thick, but they only put 1 disc in them. Here we can fit 5, and it's
yeah.
Oh, there's only 32 left.
Dude, every time I refresh
it now, I'm like, nah, not for me. I'm not gonna be one of the 32. Mostly because there's a lot of stuff I want coming out this week, and I'm like, I'm already gonna spend $100 on Tuesday.
Dude, speaking of this week, is anybody getting anything on Tuesday for the 50% off flash sale for not Barnes and Noble, I'm sorry, but for Criterion?
No.
No, I'm waiting till July.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till July. I
Oh.
maybe would have. I got the No Country for Old Men because it was $18, which is cheaper than what it would have been in July anyway.
Nice, dude.
But no.
I just
think-
want that Nora.
Yeah.
Nora.
This week,
Yeah. I just wanted Nora, and I'm gonna wait till July.
this week, I'm just getting Wolfman.
What was that
That's
out?
The new Wolfman.
It comes out on Tuesday. Yeah,
Which one are you
I'm
getting?
gonna-
The Steelbook or the regular?
I'll just get the Blu-ray,
Yeah.
like the regular Blu-ray. It's like $20 on Amazon.
I wonder if
And
that
then
was.
next-
I have.
There you go.
Well,
Be like
I got-
Chase.
Well, y'all are just reminding me the pre-order thing. So $50 is leaving my account tomorrow as soon as Moana ships. So I got Moana coming pre-order. I'm hopefully if the General Daughter actually comes out this week, I'm gonna go pick that up. Terrifier VHS, picking that up. Either ordering it or going to Walmart, whichever. Night of the Creeps, if it comes out in Forbidden World. So that's like 30, 50 something. Yeah, I'm not buying the $66 full
Dude,
movie.
next week is a big one. So next week we have The Brutalist and Baby Girl from A24 finally coming out, which I already pre-ordered that.
I'm gonna wait on Baby Girl. I wasn't a fan originally of the A24 packaging, but I saw it in person and I kind of like it. The small ones. I don't like the big book stuff.
Yeah, I like the small ones.
Chris, what about Thirst? Did you
yeah.
pre-order Thirst?
Oh yeah, I do have that pre-order, but it's not coming in for like a week after release.
Jeez.
But Don't Torture a Duckling 4K comes out next week. And then also Chase talked about it in his video. I pre-ordered a movie called Her Body. It's a Vinegar Syndrome partner label title from Film Movement. That's about like a diver who sustains an injury and then she pursues like a career in adult films.
That movie has penetration in it.
That's not why I bought it, bro.
Okay.
Wait, what is it called? What was it called again?
It's called.
It's based off a true story about a real diver who went into the porn industry in some foreign country. I think like Netherlands, Norway, some other like northern Scandinavian country, and it's based on her life. It was like an early 2000s kind of story, I think. But yeah,
is it good?
It's not bad. I haven't seen the whole movie. I've seen parts.
Did anyone get Dressed to Kill from Kino, or like do they have a comparison with the Arrow release at all?
Didn't you get the Arrow one, Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was insane.
I got the Arrow one.
That's actually perfect. Yeah, that should have been the name of the movie.
Oh,
To be
man.
honest.
I got the Arrow one.
Oh, and to answer your question from earlier, Jordan, because I did go and pull it. Yeah, the first 4 are 4K scans.
First 4, okay.
Yeah, the first 4 are 4K scans. Yeah, the other ones don't say anything. I thought they said 2K, but they don't.
Oh my god, bro.
That
Dude,
was
that's funny. That should be
comment-
repackaged.
comment of the night right there.
Muff diving.
Muff diving. God damn.
It's like the part that's a good title.
Dude, that's hilarious. Wait, no, what's the name of the movie though?
Her Body.
Oh, okay.
There was one Criterion title I was looking at getting called like Last Summer. It's about like a young kid that falls for this older woman. Did you guys ever see?
Wait, I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, did you ever see the movie A Teacher?
No, but I know it. It's the one with the poster with her in her underwear from behind with the door, like she's opening the door. Stop laughing at me, Jesus. I know the artwork.
No, the comment, dude. Read the comment from Movie Odyssey.
Yeah, I'm not pulling that one up. You guys can read that.
Yeah. She needed.
Lily
If you
Odyssey
want to
is
see the
gonna get
movie,
this
they got a
stream
body
taken
double
down.
for that. They got a body double for that scene, by the way. But you see full
In muff diving.
in Muff Dive. Yeah, it's just one scene.
Oh,
It's
dude, uh, I'm planning on picking up. I was gonna say for the sale. Finally, I'm gonna get Videodrone and Vampire. The box set is so freaking nice. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's like a silent film from I think it was 1920s or 1930s.
Vampire. You talking about?
Vampire. Okay, yeah, that's what. Sorry, yeah, that's the
I was
one,
about to
dude.
say, of course, Chris has it. Chris is.
Oh, I saw it for the first time months ago, and man, I loved it. Oh, dude, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
yeah.
How is that one? I've seen that, just never really looked into it.
It's good. It's like
the atmosphere is amazing.
yeah, it's very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you're into like if you're a big fan of like the original Nosferatu, like the original like Dr. Caligari, it's very much like horror school, you know what I mean? Like film school. And
So should I get it?
I would say so that release comes with the novel. So I would say if it's half off, yes.
Yeah.
The one
Like I
I
said-
want from Sheena's got a lot that I
said, if
want
Steven
from
and
me.
Chris say get it, then you get it.
That's right.
Did Steven say get Vampire?
I didn't, but we can go with that.
No, I'm not saying
Let's
just
not
that.
just say I did.
I got a different type of one that I picked up finally.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you guys kept talking about it, so I was like, I gotta
I
pull the
love
trigger.
that movie.
A masterpiece.
Never seen it.
Jordan, let's press buy at the same time. Let's get Vampire at the same time, just like the Beyond.
No, I'm gonna wait till July. You can do that on your own, buddy. Sorry.
We could do an unboxing.
Jordan, were you asking about Crawl Space?
Yeah, but I did pick it up.
Nice.
It's supposed to show up tomorrow. We got it on Amazon.
Picked up that one this week. That's
I saw
another
your-
one. EA Films had one, but it's I don't know. I figured why not? Just at least-
The 88 Films one was really nice. I almost pulled the trigger on that, but I decided to go with the Kino.
yeah.
Do. Now I'm like shopping Amazon for something to buy.
The one Criterion I do want because the Lady Assassin got me into like Hong Kong shit. The Heroic Trio slash Executioners, which does not look like a Kino release, but I mean not a Criterion release, but
Yeah, every single time I would see that, I'd go, "Oh wait, this is Criterion."
it's like the artwork and just the style of movie. I'm like, Criterion put this out. I am looking for are any of y'all getting Thief?
Yes. 100%.
Oh, the James Caan Michael Mann movie.
That's so good.
That one?
I've never seen it, but the soundtrack, I was listening to some clips of the music. I'm like, I want to watch it just for the music. Huh?
What do you guys think of Criterion's newest announcements?
Sorcerer, let's go. I am so excited for that.
All I see is Moana when I see that now. I can't help it.
Oh yeah.
I do want to see Sorcerer though. I do want to see it. I've heard amazing things about it.
That's like top of my list.
Bro, the fact that they announced the fact they did Wages of Fear and then Sorcerer is awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
It's awesome.
Sorcerer, I want to pick up Thief, Anora, and then I think I might pull the trigger on Inland Empire. I've been meaning to get that just because I have all of David Lynch's other films.
The
So
movie's like 3 hours long.
it's okay. It's not one I would revisit a lot, but
Yeah, that's a long
No,
one.
yeah, that may be the reason, Chase. Yeah.
I wonder.
You go,
I wonder-
GC.
I wonder if that sale's gonna also happen on Amazon because I noticed this last week a lot of Criterion were like 40% off.
They
did.
usually price match, but it takes them a little bit to do so. They don't do it at launch.
Oh, okay. Because I might do
Yeah.
Amazon to be honest and get the free shipping, the 2-day or 24-hour shipping.
Yeah, I usually look on Barnes and Noble to see if the sale is happening there and if it's any in stock and near me, and if not, I'll just go to Amazon. Because I was gonna buy So with the last, like the Paramount sale, dude, I had to fight so hard not to get all those Mission Impossibles for like $14. This 4K steelbook. I just couldn't do it. It was literally eat or your phone goes out or buy those, which I don't need. But I almost got the First Wives Club, the Blu-ray, because that just got put on a Blu-ray from Paramount Presents, one of my favorite 90s movies. And I'm like, then they just put it out on Blu-ray for the first time like 2 years ago. It's probably gonna be a minute for the 4K if they do it. And it doesn't say 4K scan, but it was $11. It was like $11.99. I was like, go for it. Nope. After shipping and tax, that shit was like $21. Like, no, it's cheaper on Amazon. Like, screw that. It's like you think it's on sale until you get to the shipping and everything.
Dude, they've been shipping on Amazon as of late. I don't know if because of the area code now or something, but I've been getting my movies. I got The Dentist.
Hell yeah.
Dude, and that Steven had posted it. And my buddy Lee showed it to me a few months back. I didn't jump on it because it's full price, but then Steven posted it. So I looked on Amazon out of curiosity. Dude, $11 and beautiful slipcover, man.
Yep.
Like I'm so happy. And it came in a box and everything.
Just make sure you get that Silent Night, Deadly Night collection, because for like $12, man, you get, I mean, to get 3 movies all rolled in there, and it's just, I don't know. It's always fun to watch those around the holidays.
Dude, that's worth it just for Silent Night, Deadly Night 4.
Yes.
I have tomorrow. I got the Ronin Flicks I Spit on Your Grave box set.
Oh, nice.
Just don't watch I Spit on Your Grave Deja Vu. It's 3 hours long.
Is it really?
Oh my god.
2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's awful.
That is like beyond.
That's coming from a huge fan of the original I Spit on Your Grave.
That is a 3-hour straight to DVD. No, sorry, no.
Well, Movie Odyssey's got a good question. He was asking about Dead Alive. Will that ever get a release?
So Peter Jackson's been working on a 4K of that for years. Apparently, that and Bad Taste.
I want Dead Alive so bad in my collection.
Yeah, it's got to come out eventually. It's got to. That and Bad Taste, like those early Peter Jackson ones, they have to eventually. But Peter Jackson has actually said in interviews that he's working on them. But that was like a year ago, 2 years ago. He was going to do a box set.
Oof, that'd be amazing.
Like an early works of Peter Jackson box set.
Do you think we're gonna start getting a lot of like once the director stuff? Like, you know how like early in the year was like a big Quentin Tarantino thing, and then David Fincher had like a bunch, and now I'm thinking like Remy Harlan's finally getting, because Remy Harlan's got potentially 4.
Well, supposedly Eli Roth is getting a few too here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Hostel 1 and 2.
I need Hostel 1 and 2. I need Cabin Fever. Yep.
Was someone in the chat asking about that? I feel like maybe we missed a question about that, but
for which one?
Eli Roth movies.
It might have been in the middle of me trying to fix my internet.
Are we?
I think.
Let's see. Are we going to get Driven on 4K, Brian? You think?
Driven?
The Rennie Harlan indie movie or F1 movie?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Rennie Harlan directed a movie in the 90s called Driven.
Oh, is that the Stallone one?
Yeah, written by
no, I never saw that.
Yeah, dude.
We don't have Cliffhanger either. He did Cliffhanger.
Did they do a steelbook for that?
Did they on 4K?
I swear, I thought they did.
There we go.
Dude, Big Lots has Driven on Blu-ray for like $2. So if you have a Big Lots
one for sure.
Yeah, I put Hostel up there, Cabin Fever, and I really like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's awesome. Cabin Fever, Hostel
Part 2.
Hostel Part 2. That scene at the end when the chick's got that dude's nuts and the scissors, and she goes, "What did you call me? I called you."
Hostel Part 2 blows away the first movie.
I like the second one. I really like the second one. I'll agree with you on that one. I like the second one more. I just got that on. I just updated that. I got the double Blu-ray.
Well, I don't know if you heard, Brian, but according to Christian over at Planet CHH got some inside info about that Hostel thing from somebody working on it, and
I remember that.
Yeah, he said that Hostel Part 2 went through like some sort of double negative thing, so it's much darker than it should have been.
I remember seeing that. I have not watched mine yet because I just moved and packed it up, but I am curious about that.
We'll see. I mean, I'm excited.
I mean, it's probably one of those things I buy the like in Blu-ray and then the 4K comes out before I get a chance to watch the Blu-ray.
Who do you think would release it though?
Probably. Who put that out? Who was that? Lionsgate?
It might have been Lionsgate actually.
Let's see.
Well,
I need Cabin
well,
Fever 2 on physical media. You guys ever seen that
There's
one?
Is that
Cabin?
is that the right one?
It's the one with the school.
Oh yeah, I did see it.
No.
Yeah, I completely
Yeah.
forgot about that, man.
Yeah, it's like the guy's like nuts fall off. That's like the shaving scene in the first one. They do in the second one.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Ty West directed it.
Spring Fever.
Yeah, it was directed by Ty West.
Hostel is Screen Gems. So who owns Screen Gems?
Let's see.
Maybe that is Lionsgate. I don't know. It doesn't.
Sony.
So, oh yeah, it does say Screen Gems, and the second one says Lionsgate. The first one doesn't say Lionsgate, but
Who knows?
I don't know. The Beyond's only got 11 left.
Carriers.
Do you think that there was an uptick because we were talking about it?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Dude, just go with that.
Yeah.
Just go with that.
Dude, 9 left.
I
Oh,
privately reached out to Grindhouse releasing. I'm like, do you realize the numbers we pushed?
we just sold
Grindhouse review copies. Come on now.
Yeah.
Dude, in 3 hours we
I'm
sold 100 of them.
I'm just
It's
gonna
pretty
keep
bad.
refreshing until it gets to like 0 and be like,
There-
it's gone, you guys.
I think
$300 on eBay right now.
Grindhouse is under the MVD.
I didn't know that.
I remember people getting
I didn't
reviews. Yeah, they joined MVD like a year and a half ago, I think.
Chris, do you think we'll get a 4K of pieces? Be honest.
So when I had Ryan from the Disconnected on my podcast, I thought Severin was going to put it out because it was in a Severin ad,
Okay.
but I don't think we're going to get pieces on 4K anytime soon. Based on
7 left.
Everybody in chat just put me in
Try and
check.
buy
on
one.
Click.
so the moment it goes 0, the stream ends.
Yep, I'm for
That's
that
it.
because I need to eat dinner. We need
He's
yes.
just gonna
please.
just like, yeah, I think the Descent is coming on 4K. I think that's already been announced.
I think that's a line. I think that'll be a Lionsgate limited.
Ooh.
Stupid.
I want that next one.
Stupid steelbooks.
Hell yeah. I want 4Ks of all those.
Dude, hell
I
yeah.
will-
we need
A
4K.
society? Come on now.
Bro,
Dude,
we need
Society
this
on 4K.
Hey, bro.
Do you think though? I mean, because that's what was that narrow title
Yeah.
for Society?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's a 4K. Is it a 4K scan on Blu-ray? It's
On the
something.
Society one?
Yeah, is it a 4K
Oh,
scan?
Castle Freak?
No, but I want a Bride of Reanimator.
No, it's
Yeah.
a
4K.
It's a
That's
2K
okay.
digital transfer.
Oh, okay.
I gotta order the Reanimator box set. I keep forgetting to do that.
Go do that right now.
Dude, if they're shipping an order of if they're shipping an order of who ordered it, you're gonna get yours in like late August. Bro.
Damn.
Don't say that. Why would you say that? Whatever, man.
6 left. 6 left.
For $66.66.
This
Dude,
one's from Fulci.
Brian, maybe when it gets down to 1, buy it. Maybe you'll get something special, bro.
I'm
The last
watching on
one.
Tubi right now. As soon as the stream ends, I'm turning it off.
Is it still yellow?
No.
5 left, guys.
Let's
Can I
see.
just
No,
say-
it's 40 minutes in, and she just took an axe to a door.
I got redemption after the whole catastrophe with the Social Network Steelbook coming in all bent. I finally got a nice copy of it. So
Nice.
I'm just hoping that
I've been
we get gone.
debating. I've been debating getting that. I saw the 7-1 at Barnes and Noble the other day.
It's nice.
David Fincher
It's-
has the worst physical media packaging ever, though.
I will say the transfers are nice.
On
Dude,
Social
help.
Network.
Yeah, I haven't watched. So the one that I really liked was Zodiac.
I did thought about getting that, but I have the DVD, and it's not my favorite. I don't see myself going back to that.
It was fun. I had watched it in a long time.
So I have a question. Seeing Chris's shirt made me think of it. Do you think when we will get a re-release of The Evil Dead, the original, in 4K? Like
There was
a re-release.
there was a 2-pack of it That's the one I have.
Yeah, I have the Steelbook,
You have a steelbook?
the 2-pack Steelbook on 4K. You have Evil Dead.
No, I want someone like
Hey.
Thin Abs, Grindhouse, Blue Underground, or something.
Well, you know
I want.
who I think owns Evil Dead because they're doing 35mm showings of it all over the world right now. Grindhouse releasing.
Dude, that gives me hope because they were doing the same thing for the Beyond, showing it everywhere.
Yeah, but they show a lot of Grindhouse releasing over the years has shown a lot that they've never released.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
My gosh, I had hope for like a second.
Listen, I'm sorry, dude.
4 left.
Evil Dead 2 on
Dream.
4K looks amazing. Yo, Steve got some money in his hand, bro.
Yeah.
Hold your breath.
Man.
That's
I'm
gold
gonna
right there.
put it back into the studio.
That's like $500 right now on eBay.
Who would have thought? What a odd title to go out of
That
print.
is the weirdest. That is people in panic mode like crazy because nobody would have.
Even after it's kind of been confirmed that they're coming back, like it's just delayed.
No, it's coming back. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, look, 250, 199. Like these are stupid prices.
Brian, there's one left. Get it.
Dude, one left.
No.
There's one left.
Please.
Be the last
Dude,
one to
I'm
buy
ready
it.
to-
Last movie standing.
I'm ready to turn this off on Tubi.
Ah,
Brian, I know you'd appreciate this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, buddy.
Make sure you watch the visual essay first.
Yeah,
Wait,
man,
sorry, I
yeah,
was
watch
looking
that
down. What
before
now?
you.
Out of all the things I'm not going to watch, it might be that.
No, here's how you do it. You watch the visual essay, and then you watch Teeth, and then you watch Deep
out
Blue
of
Sea.
stock.
Last
Damn,
Movie
man.
Standing did it. No.
Oh, sold out.
Yeah, no, I want
That was
hold on,
personal.
going back to
Movie
this.
Odyssey get it? Was he the one who got it?
No, he was just
Yeah, he's
telling
me to get it.
Brian to get it.
We need
maybe he's
Gone
nice.
Girl on
Maybe he
4K.
bought
You
it.
watch, it's gonna be it was like GC getting a second copy. He was the last one to get it.
He's trying to tap into that resale market.
He's
I'm
just trying
just
to offset the cost of the first one.
I bought them all up. That's what was it. I kept buying them every refresh. I was like, let me just buy them all.
Did anyone
Dude,
pick
did
these up?
Vinegar Syndrome stop doing their
Oh, geez, you got. I'm
Dude,
so
you know
mad
what-
I didn't get them.
Dude, you can get the Kill Bills are coming back out in the UK. That limited is only for the though the US, they're coming back out in the UK.
Like those steel books, but UK.
Mhm.
Because I just went to my Walmart. We
Kill
had
Bill
both slip covers. But-
Yeah, I was on the fence about the steels versus the slips, but when I saw them in person, it was one of those things where it just when you touch it and you feel it, you're like, yeah, I'm taking the slips.
Those slips are nice too, though.
Plus, it was like $30 cheaper. It was like, was this 30
I think it
bucks?
was like 24, 26 bucks somewhere in there for each.
Yeah, so I think it was like $89 total for all 3 slips, but with the steel that would have been like 140 or something. It was something different like that. I don't know. Yeah, Gone Girl needs a 4K. Totally believed.
You know, Chase, I was out of spite not going to watch my copy until I get a better they send me a replacement, but I might have to watch it.
Wait, Jay,
Daylight was the worst.
damn, bro. Ace was on the couch all day, bro.
Daylight was the worst transfer, but it's the most expensive one right now, and that one everybody's whining about.
Oh, can I plug this real quick? Because Jordan, you were the one who put me on, right? You told me about this.
Yeah, I sent you the guy who's selling it.
I got it in like 2 days.
How
Dude.
much though?
It was like $100 for this.
Yeah, he sold it to you for $100.
Fucking forget about it, man. I was like, listen,
That was so quick.
oh my god, I was.
Well, I saw it. Yeah, it was like only up for 5
worry,
minutes,
bro.
and I was like, dude,
We there, dog. We there.
mine's up there. I don't want to get up.
Guys, the last one that I need Crash on 4K. Please, I'm putting it out there. That and Faces of Death. Please, that's
Yeah.
on the list.
Are
Crap,
you
that one's-
trying to complete Second Sight?
No,
Don't do that. That is the worst decision because that's
Yeah,
what
no.
I'm doing.
I can't go down that road, but I will say there's a couple select titles. Like I wouldn't mind upgrading to the Drive box set That's one they missed out on. But yeah, Crash 4K box set. That's up there for me.
I'm
Arrow,
really wanting
Yeah,
Revenge and Lake Mungo. Those are the two second sites I'm really wanting.
I wonder if Revenge is going to get a 4K.
Who got Lake Mungo not that long ago? Was it Frank?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he bought out everybody.
Some of the hauls he's bringing in, I'm like, my God, man, that is you're going wild, man. You gotta just relax. It's okay.
I think The Nice Guys is a weird title for second
I
sight.
agree.
I'm gonna be
Dude,
completely honest.
I'm so excited. A couple more weeks and we're gonna have Scanners in the Brood.
that might be we'll have to all reconvene around the same time for a stream on that one.
Scanners lives and dies by one scene.
and it's like the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Is it that early? I've only seen it once. I don't remember it that
It's the
early.
very beginning.
It's like the opening scene. Yeah.
It
I haven't
feels like
seen either.
David Cronenberg's X-Men.
Hey. So I was so annoyed. Well, I was bummed, I should say. Because they announced when Second Sight announced Coffee Table, they said it was gonna be 4K.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
They
Is it not 4K?
And then they found out that it was unusable.
everybody was also telling me Coffee Table was a good movie, and it's awful. So I canceled my pre-order. So
Chase the Brood.
yeah, I got the Brood. I did not get Scanners from Second.
Oh, he
Sight.
got Scanners, not the Brood. I really wanted that Plyon Pictures Scanners like trilogy
I saw that.
that they had.
So do you think? Okay, I know we talk about The Fly all the time, which I do hope we get that. But any chance of getting like Dead Ringers? You think, or Rabid, or like any of his
I
other
want
films?
Rabbit. That's one I want.
I mean, I definitely think like I bought Dead Ringers the other day when I was out shopping, and I got it for $20 on Blu-ray because it's one I
Oh,
was
nice.
missing. So I'm pretty sure I'm sure somebody will put it out eventually. But like we still don't have a history of violence.
Oh,
Or
Yeah,
kids.
a history of violence would look. Oh my god, yeah, that would.
Ryan,
Look
were you talking about that? We
Me?
was talking about that in our chat. We were talking about Eastern Promises and History of Violence.
Wasn't me, not recently.
I'm not a big Eastern Promises fan, but I'm a huge History of Violence fan.
I like History of Violence a little bit more.
I like it more too, but I really like Eastern Promises. That's another 4K I need to. Didn't Kino put that 4K out?
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Those are
I haven't
mine.
got it yet. Because I've already missed a slip, so there's no rush for me now. But yeah, no, I want both of those. Those are my two favorite Cronenberg films. Love
Dude,
those.
History of Violence is so
Dude, that ending when he goes to the house, just William Hurt alone. Is it William? It's William Hurt.
Mhm.
Yo, Chase, any YouTuber who ever says anything like that should get off the platform and leap out of a.
There's so much untapped like movies. It's ridiculous.
I love when YouTubers say everything needs a 4K, and then they get a 4K they don't like. I'm like, this didn't need a 4K.
Oh, yes, the new Cronenberg movie.
Yeah, the Shrooms or something like, or the
Shroud.
The Shrouds.
Is that the one with Vincent Castle? That
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for that.
It looks good. I'm excited for it.
I listen. I'm not a fan of Crimes of the Future. I hate that movie.
Which one? The original or the?
Oh no, the new
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 one.
one he did, the full length one.
Oh yeah.
That
They
to
didn't
me
pick
is
that
his
up.
worst. That's his worst movie in my opinion. That movie's so stupid.
It was really weird, and that's
Isn't
saying
It's
something.
the movie where isn't it like they do like to perform the surgeries on like in front of people as like a public
Yeah,
thing, but it's also like a form of pleasure. It's weird.
and they manufacture because it's like society grows extra organs, and then they
Yes.
manufacture this protein bar that has to have plastic in it because everybody has to consume so much plastic. I don't know. Yeah. I have no
I'm
idea.
debating. I have Infinity Pool on Blu-ray, and I'm debating if I want to upgrade that.
Dude, Infinity Pool is so good.
I
Mhm.
liked this movie, A
A
Banquet. I enjoyed that one.
I never
Yeah.
seen that one.
Brandon Cronenberg is more exciting to me than modern David Cronenberg.
Oh,
would-
absolutely.
Yeah, I
Like
can see that.
Spencer,
I want to
Infinity
get.
Pool,
What didn't he do? Is he the one who did Antiviral?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's the only because he has 3 movies, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I got Possession on 4K. I have Infinity Pool on
that
Blu-ray.
4K of Possession,
So nice.
that thing's
Possessor?
crazy.
Both of y'all.
Huh?
I said Possessor. Just to have Possession has not come.
Yeah,
to
my bad. Yeah, Possession.
Oh yeah, Possessor.
Possessor
Open
has-
the house up.
That's another one. Possession.
I was driving him crazy for sure.
I was like, oh, hold on, bro. Let's talk. Because then the chat's gonna be like, we need Possession, and
But yes, Possession. Second site needs to put out Possession.
We
Yeah.
need Brain Scan on 4K with a nice little chunky box set coming
I'd
with
like
the soundtrack and all that.
No, I want Lawnmower on 4K.
Oh,
Lawnmower Man.
And on
you want the
4K.
Lawnmower Man
the first
I'm
and
kidding.
the second one.
and the second one.
I need those. I need that CGI on 4K. Come
Hell
on.
yeah.
If we can get Deep Blue Sea CGI on 4K,
Look, here's the thing. I was going to comment. There's nothing wrong with the CGI in Deep Blue Sea.
I don't think so either.
It looks the same on 4K as it does on Blu-ray and as it does on DVD. The sharks, if it looked bad back then, it looks. And there's really nothing wrong with it.
Well,
You want
that's
bad CGI? Watch fucking Santa Jaws.
That's my issue is people critiquing that movie based on the CGI when there's nothing you can do about that.
You can.
It's a product of the times.
Exactly. I
There's
mean,
no point in critiquing the CGI of that movie.
I don't see why anybody would critique Deep Blue Sea on CGI when that movie is clearly about teeth vaginas and
Seriously,
there's much
LL Cool
deeper-
J is much more than a chef.
there's much deeper seas to traverse here than just the shark, bro.
I feel like Brian's having PTSD flashbacks to that.
no, I'm watching a bunch of tarantulas rip a body apart in this movie, and I'm so confused right now.
Wow.
They are the detail in this, in the Beyond with the spiders in this face. It's a lot.
Imagine 4K.
Guys.
No,
Well, yeah.
no. This YouTube transfer looks good enough for me.
All you can do is imagine, bro, because you missed out. So
Yeah. I want it now. I got to go to eBay for $300.
Oh boy.
wait, hold on. Let's
Is
look it
it?
up right now. Let's
Look
see.
it up
was
because
saying,
then I'm
put it
gonna have
up
to
on
go
eBay.
because I need to eat dinner. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is like
8
my.
p.m. It's like 8 p.m. Jordan's time right now.
I've
Oh,
been
dude.
streaming for
I
6
haven't-
hours. I need to eat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a
Larissa's,
11 to 11.
Larissa's texting me, getting on me, saying, "Hey, we need to go get something to eat."
Oh, it's $170 on eBay right now, bro.
Well,
dude,
that's not bad. Wait till later tonight or
That's not
tomorrow. It's
bad.
gonna jump up. It will jump up.
Oh,
Free
yeah.
shipping though.
You know what I can't stand is when people like I saw the Daylight. The first one I saw was $500 on eBay, like right when it got announced that they were canceling it or they stopped it, but they wanted to charge $5 to $10 shipping.
Dude,
Like,
when,
dude, you're asking $500 for this, but you come on.
dude, when as soon as my friend who sold it for $190 told me that, I was laughing so hard. I literally texted him. I said, dude, I really hope you charge shipping, because if he's gonna pay $190 for that, he can. I'm like, dude, I hope you charge him out the ass for shipping, because I agree. If I see something for $100, an $80 Blu-ray, and if it's not international, and you're gonna charge me shipping, like,
it's brutal.
yeah. But if you're gonna pay $200 for a movie that is gonna come out again, and you're just this massive FOMO, yeah, you deserve to pay that extra $5 for shipping.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, for Daylight.
All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
It's unreal, guys.
Yeah,
it's sold out. So
too much. I can finally turn this movie off. But I've been watching for 55 minutes.
All right. I'll see you guys.
later, guys.
Later, fellas.
Later.
Have a good night.